All right, hey everybody, welcome to Star Trek Lexington. This is episode 8, Abyss Station. First, I want to say that the channel has now turned on super chats, super stickers, super thanks, and channel memberships. As a result, I have a couple things to read out. First, Zeralon for $5 says, "Super chats, let's go Lexington crew." Thank you very much, Zeralon. So, of course, that's one of the people here. There you go. And Benthoven, no relation, has become our first channel member at the Ensign level. So he is now Ensign Benthoven, no relation. So thank you very much. So there you go. You can also gift memberships if you want to. I believe they're gifted at, like, the lieutenant level. So if you get gifted a membership, you just automatically become a lieutenant. And of course, they are all ranks. So they start at Ensign, then go to lieutenant, junior grade, lieutenant, lieutenant commander, commander, and captain. At increasing levels of expense. Basically, you can pay me to move up in ranks. It's fine. I don't care.
Just like the real world.
Asking why are we all in the shower with them? I mean, we're always in the shower with you.
Yeah, is that not how your tabletop RPG groups go? Is they don't all shower together?
That's how it works.
Yeah, that's part of TTRPGs. Yeah. All right, well.
The party who bathes together, plays together.
Yeah, exactly.
So when's the 56-hour membership drive stream?
When you guys want to go on a 56-hour mission, that's when.
Create one.
Good God.
At the game store, every year we do a 25-hour-long D&D session as a charity event for the Children's Hospital.
Those are rookie numbers.
Oof. All right, well, we are not mostly here to talk about the monetization. We are instead mostly here to play. So let's get through some intros, and we will start with Chesh.
Hi, it's me. I'm the problem. I'm Chesh. I run the Chesh channel, and I now run Debate Hub, which is going to have Craig on it soon. Let's go! We're going to have hella fun. It starts in full in January, where it's going to be the majority of what I'm doing, but join us over there, or if you just want to hear me be a dipshit, you can go talk to me over on my own channel. But I play Dr. Tregan, and I am, I don't know, the most logical of our group so far.
Yes, despite not being a Vulcan. All right, let's move on to Craig. This way.
Hey, I am Craig, otherwise known as FTFE. Yes, on Monday, midnight for me over in the UK, I will be joining Chesh on the new channel Debate Hub. You can normally find me over on my channel FTFE, where also on Monday, but several hours beforehand, starting at 3 p.m. on my channel, I will be doing a challenge for charity to do 1,000 press-ups in one stream. Push-ups, sorry. Yes, I'll be doing 1,000 push-ups in one stream. And 50% of all super chats and donations and ad revenue, everything will go to the Armed Forces charity SAFA. So please come along and support me doing something stupid to wreck my body that I've just managed to fix.
All right. I just noticed that we were set to 6 momentum. It's supposed to be at 0. So, for 2 Beaver Bucks, Electric Eye PM says, "Good luck, everyone." Thank you very much.
What if the people could super chat to buy us momentum?
How much do you think momentum should cost?
I don't know, like $1 or $2 per point.
Oh, that's it all.
No, it's gotta be 5. It's gotta be
like
5.
a teal super chat or above.
$5
want
per
to
point.
make money?
Either by momentum or threat, they get to choose.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah.
$1
and threat at $10, they will spend more.
Well,
I like that.
Well, I'll consider you in the audience. You let me know if you would be interested in seeing the ability to purchase threat, and if so, or momentum, and if so, how much you would want it to cost. But of course, next up is Jordan.
Hi, I'm Jordan. I run the Reason to Doubt channel, allegedly, where I occasionally post stuff. I haven't been doing it much lately because I've been busy, but I do post on there mostly about the Shroud of Turin, it seems, but also anything else touching skepticism, while wearing a bow tie. And I play Captain Hawk, the commander of this here vessel.
And remind me, as a result of investigating the Shroud of Turin, you've come to the conclusion that it is an authentic, miraculous artifact, and you've converted to Roman Catholicism, right?
Correct.
Okay,
yes.
Just double checking.
He's also going to be on Debate Hub soon.
Ooh.
Oh, true, yes. I'm going to be on Debate Hub talking about, I don't know if you want me to say what we're talking about. Okay, talking about Destiny and the alt-right pipeline, and then later I'll be talking about nuclear stuff with this guy.
Very nice. Yeah, it's all mirrored. Don't worry about it. All right. Of course, I'm Dapper. This is my channel. It's my second channel, the one that just today finally got memberships approved. And just yesterday got super chats approved. So it was a long process, and a lot of people, including people in this chat right now, helped by just marathoning various playlists from this channel, and I really do appreciate that. So yeah, I'm the GM here. I run the game. I'm the one who gets everyone killed. Or is it actually the players who just make silly decisions that get people killed?
It sounds like a philosophical question that needs to be discussed.
Yes.
Phil, Volpic says, have you got goals enabled yet for your super chat?
I don't, actually. It's not even an option that's appearing. I also don't have... There's a few other things. I don't know if I can gift memberships yet, but I think you guys can. So, yeah, I don't think I can have the free gifted memberships yet. I think there's a few other thresholds that YouTube just likes to hide. So I don't know when those happen. But hey, Necro, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Yeah, I'm Necro, and, or Czar to some people. And I won't be on the Debate Hub channel. I'll be in the chat, maybe.
Okay.
But either way. Yeah, I'm playing Ali Gom, which is the security officer bird guy, so... Yeah.
Tell you what, I will debate you on Debate Hub about whether a hollow bone creature is the right choice for security officer.
Sure.
This is the most racist Starfleet ship ever.
So
On a ship that's supposed to be eclectic and bridging gaps.
to be fair, it is an experiment in that. So, like, maybe the experiment isn't going so well. Maybe that's the whole point. Alright, Zerolon, the first super chatter on the channel.
That's me. I'm Zerolon. I play Hank Lanford, our science officer. I have had the marvelous week of I took a day off and still worked 45 hours, so I am very happy to be here and not in a truck right now.
Okay. I like it. Alright, and last but certainly not least, and only last because no camera, we've got Terry.
Hello, I'm Tirana. I'm still a little bit sick today, so no camera, and if you hear any wheezing, sneezing, coughing, or dying sounds, I'm sorry.
What if you...
I think it's a conspiracy that he's not sick, and the wheezing and sounds will be his prisoners that he's not showing us.
Oh! Do you have any counter for this?
I wouldn't show you my prisoners anyway. They are in the basement.
Oh. Wait, does the ship...
His prisoners are always properly kept.
Does the ship have a basement? Because I don't remember that on the schematics.
I was
That's
told
great.
to put a basement in, so I put a basement in.
Oh, hey, fair enough then. Fair enough.
I don't have a basement here. Yeah, I don't have a basement here, but I have a crawl space full of scorpions. Does that count?
Yes.
Yeah, I do want to say thank you very much to our captain for using his points to decide to remove the modular laboratories and install new scanning systems. That was a fun week of work that I was supposed to be on Ryza, so cheers for that.
Alright, well now that we have everyone introduced and we have what channel news there is out of the way, and now that I have arranged all of the name tags, because I didn't at first, because, some people weren't here and people were turning on and off cameras, so hopefully, okay, no one leave, no one come in, and no one turn off or on your cameras from now on. God.
Oh my god, who did that?
Jesh. Yeah.
She is the problem. She is the problem.
She told us. Alright, let's get...
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
We should have all turned off our cameras. That would have been better.
Alright, let's get a captain's login from our captain who is wonderfully on the bridge of the Lexington. I love it.
Captain's log, Stardate 6057.9. In what is becoming a bit of a theme, Admiral Stoker has ordered us to yet another system with a mysterious alien megastructure. This one is near the Omega Draconis system. The structure is orbiting a planet called Chaktir, which itself orbits a black hole. Starfleet has lost contact with the survey team, and we're in charge of finding out what happened to them and rescuing them if possible. Long-range scans indicate unusual instability in the black hole, and Starfleet suspects that this may be related to the loss of contact with the survey team led by Lieutenant Commander Tala. We're at Warp 8 and will be in the system in less than an hour.
Alright, so... there anything you guys want to say to each other, or anything you want to talk about with the ship before the ship comes out of
Yeah,
warp?
what are our rules?
Yes, our directives. In addition to the Prime Directive, which is a directive in every mission in which you play Starfleet officers, there are 3 directives. Discover the fate of Commander Tala and her survey team. Rescue them if necessary and possible. 2, I didn't say 1 for that one, but that was 1. 2, determine the cause of the instability of the black hole. And 3, prevent any unnecessary loss of life as a result of the strange behavior of the black hole.
I'm glad you went back and told us that was 1, because I would have been completely lost
Yeah,
otherwise.
yeah,
Yeah,
obviously.
I don't. This counting thing is
What
new
if I
to me.
had started with 0? That would have been even more confusing.
You know, I've done coding, so that actually probably would have been normal for me.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know what they say, there's 2 types of people in the world. Those that can extrapolate from incomplete data.
It's true. I have heard that. Alright, so...
I thought there were 10 types of people in the world, those that can speak binary and those that don't.
Yeah, there is that too. Alright, so the ship comes out of warp, the streaks of stars come to a halt, and in front of you is the accretion disk of a black hole spinning at extreme speeds such that it actually starts glowing with incandescence, and perpendicular to the plane of rotation above and below the black hole are 2 jets of highly charged radiation, which your sensors also tell you are full of all sorts of high-energy photons. It would be a bad idea for the ship to get into those jets. Don't do that.
Directive number 4.
Right.
Yeah.
Dr. Tregan is currently standing around, observing things, drinking 3 cups of coffee at the same time.
Nice.
Hey, Commander Shelby to Bridge. Just reading some radiation coming from the black holes. Can I just suggest that we don't go near those really bright, dangerous-looking jets? I've just finished the ship when the captain got me to replace the systems that were installed already and perfectly fine with something else anyway. So just avoid that if possible. Thank you, Bridge.
Vulpix asks...
Yes.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, that's nothing good.
Vulpix asks if it's Classic Warp 8 or TNG Warp Standard. This is Classic Warp Speeds. We are, in fact, in the TOS era, and so we're using the original warp scale, where you could just go to Warp 15 under unusual circumstances. It's fine, don't worry about it. Yeah, but in the follow-on to this campaign, we will be adjusting to the newer warp system.
I was thinking Warp 8 sounded pretty fast, but,
So,
who am I to judge?
Warp 7 and 8 4's TOS is pretty fast for those ships. For TNG ships, it's not very fast at all. But for the TOS ships, it is. Right, so... what do you want to do now that you are out of warp in the system?
So, do sensors pick up the alien megastructure?
Let's see a science and reason check with task with difficulty 0, which can be assisted by the ship's sensors and science.
I will pop the ship out. Sensors and science.
Oh, weird.
Okay.
I'm on reason and science. It's almost like I scan things a lot.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
it is a
and-
little bit like that. Yeah.
The sensors that we were talking about that I installed or had installed,
Mm-hmm.
any successful task that's assisted by the ship's sensors gets a bonus momentum.
Very nice.
Yeah, I guess it was worth it, Captain. I mean, that's a non-refundable credit deposit I put down at the hotel in Riser, but I guess it was worth it.
All right. So, I'm sorry, I turned off my music or my ambient sound. My bad. So yeah, with 1 success. Oh no, 3 successes. Goodness. All right, so that's generated you 3 points of momentum plus the bonus momentum. So that means I'll give you more information than you normally would get. All right. So the station is powered on and is emitting graviton pulses at varying intensities, but none strong enough to pose a hazard to navigation. The station itself is made of neutronium in the form of layered sheets of nuclear lasagna, with the grain of the sheets in different directions making the hull incredibly dense and strong. As a result, it is also paper thin. Would you like to spend any more momentum to gain more information about the station?
Yes, please.
Okay. You also can figure out, through all of this momentum, that beaming through the hull will be very difficult, but there is an area that looks like a shuttle bay or hangar bay or something like that with active atmosphere containment force fields, and which has an oxygen-nitrogen atmosphere on the other side of the force fields.
All right, so we got a point we can get in here. I want to monitor those graviton pulses and see if there's any pattern to them.
Okay. So right now, they are coming in... There's variance, but they are roughly periodic in how fast they're coming. And the periodicity is 2 to 3 a minute within that variance.
Is the variance getting any worse, or is it just steady?
Well, so if you chart it long enough, you will see that the amount of variance is relatively steady the whole time.
Okay. I'm going to order the helmsman to take us to the megastructure and ask to try to open a channel. May as well try to talk before we assume that they're all gone.
All right. This is going to be a difficulty 0 control and con check, assisted by the ship's engines and con.
I've got a 10 for control and con, and somebody else can probably beat that.
Yeah.
I guess I'll look.
Oh, the ship did well.
Control and con would be 15. For me.
There you go.
There you go. I think.
Is the ship actually doing something for once?
Hey,
Take us in,
the
first
it was
officer.
the shuttle last time that wasn't doing anything.
I'll say the ship's great. The shuttle sucks.
Yeah, don't you
Yeah,
dare
okay.
disparage my ship. How dare you?
Fair enough.
All right.
When was
So
the last time you got your checkup done, by the way?
I am a little overdue by a week or so, but you know, I'm sure I'm going to be fine.
He's actively melting, but he's fine.
all right. So you have
Like sparks coming out of his neck.
you have taken up an orbit that is in the same orbital. It's the same orbit as the station, and you're near the station, in orbit of Chaktir, the planet. And you wanted to hail the station.
Yes.
You do not receive a response.
Not surprising.
All right, let's blow up the solar system and get out of here.
I feel like
Can we
that.
blow up a black hole? It's already blown up, right?
Yeah, it's black holes are one of those things where no matter what
blow
you.
it up so hard that it becomes a star again. Is that?
The thing with black holes is basically the only thing you can do is make them bigger. Like that's it.
Yeah, just change all the orbits of everything around to go into the black hole. There, done.
There is one
okay.
reliable way to destroy any black hole, and it's called waiting.
Yeah. Yeah. Until the heat death of the universe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there any other signs of other starships that have been in the area?
Give me a difficulty 1 reason and science check, which it can be assisted by the ship's sensors and science. Actually, we're gonna go sensors and con on this one for the ship. All right, so that is 2 successes and the ship.
I did the ship.
Did you?
Ship did not.
Oh, I see it up there.
Yeah, it's up here.
Okay. All right, so the ship didn't help, but you find out that there is a Type F shuttle docked in the station's hangar.
Okay, probably whatever transport the survey team had.
Hey guys, if they're dead and their Type F shuttle is better than our Type F shuttle, I say we switch them.
That's a good call. I agree.
That's not how it works.
We may have
All
to ask Starfleet's permission for that, but you know, I can do it some spare parts.
They won't notice.
I think we should call a conference with the senior staff to determine our next course of action.
All right.
And so I'm open to suggestions, but it seems like it's time to send an away team. I don't think we're going to learn anything from out here.
Yeah, is that the only obvious way in? And it's just big enough to get a shuttle in, right? Nothing else.
So, it is possible to transport in there, but the neutronium hull is going to make that a pretty tricky proposition. So that would be a very difficult check with a pretty high complication range. And you don't want to have a complication on a transporter accident.
No,
Yeah,
you
that
really.
sounds bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, okay.
But it is possible if you want to do it.
Well, it just sounds safer for us to take a shuttle in.
Okay. If we're set on sending an away team, I think that Dr. Tregan should go in case they have a medical emergency of some sort. Obviously, we'll want to send security. And I think we should send a representative from engineering in case they're having any technical difficulties. Perhaps led by Commander Chanos.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, is that the plan?
Yeah, let's go. I mean, you know, I'll represent engineering, I guess.
I'm going to spend 12 threat.
You're going to be what now? Alright, the ship just blew up.
I'm spending 12.
The universe imploded.
12 threat. All of the lights.
I'm in danger.
Yes, all of the lights temporarily go out, and you can feel the ship's inertial dampeners also weaken, and you see yourself starting to shake and whatnot. And let's see, an automatic red alert comes in. So yeah.
I flip open my communicator and try to get a status report from anybody on security.
All right, security is reporting, in fact, power outages across the ship. Emergency power is back on. And are you guys in the conference room or on the bridge?
We're in the conference room. I
right.
Go to the wall panel and message down to engineer and ask for a report. Engineering and ask for a status report of the ship.
The ship has its engines offline, and the orbit is currently decaying, and maybe it's time for everyone to get to their stations.
Yeah, okay. I instantly run to the turbo lifts and just leave everyone behind.
All right, we are switching scenes. It'll be scene 4. I will assume that Tregan is in the sick bay, Commander Shelby is in engineering, and everyone else is on the bridge. Is that a fair assumption?
Sound good.
Yes.
All right.
Makes sense to me.
Now that you are on the bridge and whatnot, you find out that the ship has in fact suffered 2 engine breaches as a result of a graviton pulse of an intensity that was otherwise completely surprising. Like, you were not expecting any of this.
Okay, we got damage control teams there dealing with it.
Yes, but they will require tasks. But the first thing we need to do is to see just how bad this whole decaying orbit thing is, which means... Oh, and also, as a result of 2 breaches to the engines, we're reducing the ship's power by 4.
Oof.
Yeah.
So what we at now? 5.
So we have 2 breaches in the engines. Do we have breaches anywhere else?
No.
Okay.
When you say breaches in the engines, do you mean the nacelles?
So it's a bit abstracted. If you want to say it's the nacelles for purposes of roleplay, that's fine by me.
Okay, right. So both the nacelles are damaged.
Sure.
All right. Do we still have sublight engines?
You have maneuvering thrusters.
Oh, that's not going to be enough
right.
for the...
How long do we have until the orbit is unrecoverable?
That is a great question. Let's try taking a... let's see. Make sure I get this right. A daring and con check, which is going to be difficulty 3 because of the 2 breaches, and with a complication range of 2.
Okay. I have 14 with that combined.
Okay.
What was it, sorry?
It was daring and con for the person taking the check, and engines and con for the ship.
Can anyone else beat a 14?
No.
Okay, cool.
Would
Would a focus and helm operations count?
Yes. But you're still make sure you have the complication range set to 2. Or sorry, 3, because you have 2 threat. Or 2 breaches.
Okay, complication 3, and the difficulty was what?
The difficulty is going to be 3. You have 4 momentum.
Alright, I'm gonna spend 3 momentum to get 4 dice. And
okay.
Yeah, I think I'll stick with that. Let's roll this. There we go.
Ooh. And the ship.
I did this ship already.
Oh, I see that. Yeah, 4. Okay, so that is 1 success more than normal, or more than you needed, so you get 1 momentum back. You're at 2 now, and I'm still at 0 threat. So You stabilize the ship for now, and you realize that the ship is still falling, and basically, we're going to abstract it a little bit. You can fail up to 4 of these checks, and you get to take a check before every single time Commander Shelby, or whoever else is repairing the ship, gets to check for repairs.
Got it.
Right.
So if you fail 4 times, the ship will hit the planet.
Right. Okay. Well, obviously, I want to check for the actual the scenario of what we're going, what needs repairing first, and everything. So what do I need for that?
So I'm going to subsume that into the repair check. This is going to be a difficulty 3 daring and engineering task, which the ship cannot help with because of its current damaged nature.
Okay. Can I use my electroplasma power systems?
You
Focus?
absolutely may.
Okay. Focus used. Complication range is 2. Did you say, or 3?
The complication range on this is 3.
And how do I change the difficulty?
It doesn't. You don't. It's just how many successes you get. And also, Jillian Flappy Ribs Wren has become our 2nd member and is also an ensign. So that is Ensign Jillian Flappy Birds Wren to all of you out there.
Right. Sorry. And what am I using for the check?
This is going to be daring and engineering.
Daring and engineering.
Because this is a dangerous repair.
All right. And I have to do that, right? So.
I mean, you don't have to. Someone else can do it, but I just figured you'd probably be the one with the highest value, or highest scores there.
I have a 13 combined with those.
Okay. Well, you would have to rush down to engineering.
Yeah, so I'm there if needed.
Got it.
Right. Well, I've only got 11 for daring and engineering together.
Well, you try it. If something goes wrong, the captain will.
Yeah, you do have two momentum, and I have 0 threat.
Yeah. Well,
I have a total of 12.
Okay. Well, how much threat would you get if I just gave myself 5 dice?
5 dice. I would get 4 threat, and it would get rid of the momentum.
All right, do that, please.
Okay.
There we go.
All right, 2, 3, 4.
Surely Dapper wouldn't just do literally the same thing to us immediately again.
Cool. Interesting idea. All right,
Shut up, Jess.
All right, you have.
Hello, I am the problem.
You have successfully repaired one of the breaches, and it is now time for another. Let's see. Engine. What is it? Daring and con check. This one is only difficulty 2. And the complication range is only difficulty 2 because one of the breaches has been repaired, also giving you guys back one of those 4 or 2 of those 4 points of powers that you lost. So.
Right.
Okay. And this is helm operations applies again. Same thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I will spend 1 point of momentum to get myself a 3rd die.
Okay. All right. So that is 2 successes, which is what you needed. And then, can we get the ship?
Oh, sorry, what's the ship doing?
Engines and con.
Engines and con. Complication range 2 now, is it?
Correct.
Yep.
Here we go.
All right. So that is 1 more success. So that's momentum back.
And we also got a complication.
Yeah, but that's that's a complication on the die I'm not counting.
Oh. No, on my roll.
Oh yeah, I did notice that.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't worry. I noticed.
I'm not a rules lawyer. I'm a rules public defender.
Yes. In fact, what that means is I'm going to spend 2 points of threat to add the complication of intense graviton waves, which are actually now pushing you directly away from the station and towards the planet. Which means you can now only fail 1 more. So,
okay.
Commander Shelby, have you got another repair roll?
Right, yeah, so daring and engineering again, yeah?
Yep, difficulty 2, complication range 2.
Right, I'm literally at this point, I am inside the port nacelle, cut off from everyone else, basically doing an EV walk trying to fix this. So what we got 1 momentum, and then I need to. If I give you another 2, I could get 3 die. Is that right?
That 1 momentum would get you 3 dice. If you gave me also 2 threat, that would get you 4 dice.
Right, well, I'm going to do that, please.
Okay.
I'm still using my electroplasma power systems focus, and boom.
All right, so that is 2 more than you need, but there is also a complication, which I am going to immediately spend again and say that just as you feel that you are fixing the engines and the impulse engines come back online, pointing away from the planet, however, it's not quite quick enough, and while the ship does not get crumpled or anything, it does in fact contact the ground and slump over, which is going to overwhelm your gravity plating. So everyone is now on a tilted, on the planet ship, which is not great.
I managed to turn the engines on just in time so we didn't slam into the ground at full speed.
Right. But also, you did just ground a Constitution-class ship, which is something they're not supposed to do normally.
I mean, I didn't do it. The bloody random thing happening to us did. I just stopped it from getting destroyed, thank you very much.
You're welcome. So, in case you guys don't know, if I spend twice as much threat as there are players currently in a scene, I am able to end the scene after a dramatic reversal of fates, which is in fact what that spend was. So
okay, all right. So we've touched down on the planet. Can I check for any more damage due to that?
You can. There are in fact some minor repairs that are going to be needed in order to safely get back into space, but they are things that are relatively easy if time-consuming, and we are not going to turn them into tasks. They are just simply going to be things you can set engineering crews onto, while Dr. Tregan gives everyone motion sickness.
Well,
Okay,
I give up. I was trying to tilt my camera 45 degrees,
Oh.
but I couldn't get it to work.
I didn't
Just
know
go-
we were
just lean.
crashing, otherwise I would have dramatically yelled out brace for impact.
Oh.
But in any case,
Well, you didn't crash, though. That's the thing. You went, like... And it's
I
okay.
mean,
and then you kind
my
of...
starship is touching the ground.
Yeah.
That's crashed enough for me.
Fair enough.
Excuse me, my starship that you just happen to be the captain of is touching the
All right.
ground.
So the priority for Captain Hawk is casualty reports. So I'm going to have every deck report in casualties.
All right, so, to summarize, there are some bumps, bruises, a few fractures of bones here and there, but there are no fatalities, and there is nothing that's going to result in, like, long-term admission to sickbay.
He gets a report from me saying, there are bruises, there are abrasions, people don't die on my ship.
Which is manifestly untrue.
Yeah.
Truman
Captain
Millar.
Hawk-
That is not untrue. Nobody has died on my
Ah.
ship. People have died off of the ship.
Okay.
Well, I was not there.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so could a shuttle still escape orbit if we needed to?
Yes.
Can we launch a shuttle?
Yes, you can.
So the first thing I want to do is get a scan of the immediate area to make sure that the ship is safe and there's nothing in the immediate vicinity before we continue our mission back onto the structure.
Okay. Give me a... I need to double-check my notes here.
What's the ship's power at the moment?
So the ship is currently... it's still lost that 2 power that you could have gotten back by repair, but that was spent in the emergency kind of landing. Scanning the planet is going to be a difficulty 1 control and science check, assisted by the ship's sensors and science, because you're still on the ship.
Sensors and science. Don't we get an extra momentum for using the sensors?
If you
we
succeed, you get a bonus momentum. That is a success for the ship. Let's see what it is for the for
Lieutenant Lanford.
yeah, there's
Yeah, control science. I'm scanning. Would this count for my testing a theory? I can roll an additional d20 as long as I've succeeded at a previous task covering the same scientific or technological field in the same adventure.
Yes.
Free die.
Nice. All right, so that is
I mean,
Free
it didn't
dice are
help, but hey,
spicy.
free die.
Yeah.
hey, look, it's 2 successes on a 3 successes on a difficulty 1 check. So, you know what? All right, so here's what you learn. This world is a Class L world, but despite this, it does have small power signatures. You The planet's orbit, also, you find out, will take it directly through the radiation jets of the black hole.
Sorry, what now?
This planet's orbit takes it directly through the radiation jets of the black hole.
Yeah, that's what I thought you said. Yeah.
How long do we have until we...
Few days.
Okay.
So every time the planet goes through those radiation jets, does it, like, damage the planet?
That's a good question.
Really quick for anybody who is watching that doesn't know what a Class L is a Federation standard system for planetary classification. Some of them are barely habitable. Class L worlds can have different types of atmospheres ranging from suitable for humanoid life or unsuitable without additional means, but typically had the higher concentrations of carbon dioxide than Class M worlds.
Thank you very much, Nerd Champion. All right. Also, you find out, because of your bonus momentum, that their power signatures are localized to small dome structures on the surface of the planet.
So the flat earthers are right?
Maybe. You could spend another point of momentum to learn even more.
We have 4 momentum, so I suggest we should do that.
Okay. Looking further into the scans reveals that the structures contain an oxygen-nitrogen atmosphere with a high but safe amount of argon, as well as humanoid life signs.
Okay, are we able to transport into the domes from our position?
That is possible, although sensors do now pick up that there are, in fact, some of those life signs approaching the ship.
All right. I will designate command... Well, no. I was going to send Commander Chanos, and then I remembered who I was talking to.
Maybe they are not green. Who knows?
They might not be green. It's true. You can't tell from here.
Yeah, but they're probably not blue or white either. So you know.
Okay, so we should go out to meet them. I think
Would you like
medical.
me to escort you in case they're violent?
Yeah, we'll bring security with us, and I think Dr. Tregan is probably still busy in sickbay treating the various bumps and scrapes. Yeah.
Probably.
Okay. So, all right. So Lanford, Croc, and Chanos. Why don't we go greet these people?
Aye, sir.
I don't know, you want me to show up so I can ask them how they bang again?
Maybe we can get more nudes. All right. So we
But
are.
I'm the problem of this group.
It was an important question!
All right. I'm going to switch the scene. You're down to 2 momentum. So you guys, the air outside is breathable in the short term. Would you like to put on spacesuits? Yes or no?
Yes.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't trust the air in space.
Yeah.
It's different than the air on
It's
Earth,
different.
actually.
Yeah, it is.
But-
That's why you can't breathe it.
Everything-
But it's got oxygen,
everything
so the sun can
space.
burn.
Right.
Right.
Then there's that.
The black
meme,
hole doesn't
"Is
need to
there
burn."
Air? You don't know.
Wait, so to bring spacesuits, does that cost a momentum or something?
No, it's just a decision that you're making. All right, so everyone who is getting off of the ship, I'm just going to switch this to a different scene for a different sound. Let's do that.
Okay.
So you step off, and a group of people in exosuits come up, and one of them says, "Jankuto Dita."
Uh-oh.
Why are the translators not working?
Well, things have been damaged, but then he also holds up a hand like, hold on. Danbut Gojo. And he slaps his helmet really hard. Says, I think it might be working now.
Ah, yes, much better.
Hello, I'm Counselor Kuto.
Hello.
Captain Hawk, USS Lexington, and I'll gesture to the ship on the ground over there.
Have you come for the ceremony?
We did not come for the ceremony. What's the ceremony?
Oh, well, it's the annual ceremony where myself, as the leader of my people, will go into the obelisk and have the wise ones maintain their protection on us for another year.
Oh, another fucking obelisk.
I see. we would love to observe this ceremony, but we're actually looking for other members of the Federation who may have been here. Commander Tala?
I don't even know what that is.
Right. Okay. How long have you and your people been here?
Oh, I suppose it depends on what you mean. Since the Wise Ones came, about 10,000, about 10,000 years. But before that, we don't know. We were here before that when they came, and our sun was going to explode, but the Wise Ones saved us and gave us the technology that we needed to survive.
Interesting.
How did you get here? You don't seem like the Wise Ones.
We motion to the thing that's on the ground.
How does it?
The ship.
How did it get here?
It flew. Its technology, probably similar to what the Wise Ones possessed.
Does it work on rockets? Where's the exhaust ports? Looking around.
It's a little bit more advanced than rockets, but
more complicated.
the same principles apply. You know, we apply a force to move the ship.
Interesting.
Guys, I think we just accidentally broke the Prime Directive again.
Maybe.
Whoops.
Well, I mean, the ship is right
little bit.
there.
Plus the Wise Ones probably already did that.
And I'm
too.
also trying not to reveal the details of our technology beyond, like, the ship that's right there. Okay, so, yes. You've been here for 10,000 years. Are these Wise Ones here? Can we speak to them?
No, they haven't been to the planet since they saved us from the explosion.
Do
Right.
you have any, like, pictures of them?
I mean, we have the mosaics in the Capitol building.
Well, that might be helpful. Know what they look like?
Can you take us... You said you're in charge of this... He said he was in charge?
Yes, I'm the counselor.
Okay. We'd love to see these mosaics and learn more about you and your people.
Well, follow me then. So, you
I
try.
now understand why Dr. Tregan should have been there, because the captain would have started speaking and he would have gotten one elbow to the side.
I maintain I haven't violated the Prime Directive any more than we already did by crashing the ship.
You did name
Not
the
crashing,
Federation.
punching down
That's
gently.
true.
Thank you.
These people definitely had contact with an advanced civilization, though they probably don't understand it.
Yeah, they have access to technology that they did not develop themselves, is the most likely thing here.
Yeah, the Wise Ones.
Alright, so, you're led into
Oh, at
a...
least they're friendly.
Yeah.
So far. Remember
They're
that...
not shooting nukes at us right away.
Remember that time there was that
Was-
fitness-obsessed, very polite culture that was all dressing all sexy, and then they were about to execute Wesley Crusher because he like broke a plant?
Stepped on the grass.
Yeah, basically.
Grass, yeah.
Yeah.
What was the
captain-
counselor's name again?
Kuto.
Got it.
That's with an
The captain's
adjective in the first.
communicator-
It's not
the
Kuto,
captain's
it's
communicator
Kuto.
buzzes, and I'm contacting him from the ship. Sorry, Captain, I was listening in there. Did that person say there was something that can stop a star exploding? That would have been useful.
Yes, but we're going to try to prevent the transfer of technology with these
Yep.
people to the greatest extent we can.
Also, I have to point out,
Still,
yeah, did the star not explode? Because there is now a black hole where there should have been a star.
Well, if it exploded, the planet probably wouldn't be here, right?
Yeah.
So
That
They
maybe
would
that's what
save
the
those-
technology was for.
Yeah, maybe the technology saved the
no,
planet
still a
and not
star.
the star.
Yeah.
okay,
To be fair, it is probably easier to save the planet than it is to save the star.
good point. True.
You mean throwing garbage at the sun isn't going to help keep it burning?
No, unless that garbage is just huge amounts of
if
helium that you're
only we
hydrogen
had
that you're somehow
someone
getting
with
to the core.
Experience in blowing up solar systems.
I know, right?
I just thought there was I've just been told that there's a lot of garbage in New York City. I don't know.
All right, so this settlement is composed of a large central dome surrounded by a bunch of satellite domes, and in some of the satellite domes you can see things like tall trees, and there are other of the satellite domes that have buildings, but at the middle of the big dome that you enter into is a large building surrounded by columns that themselves are made up of various helices arranged in a circular pattern so that they can hold up the ceiling. And Kuto says, "This is the Capitol building. We built it around the obelisk."
Can I see the obelisk? Like,
Yeah, absolutely. Well, not from here. It's entirely enclosed. Glenhoven Full Relation for 200 Argentinian pesos says, "This was a pretty weak adjective, Dap. Come on, spit into that. I mean, Mike. Yeah, look, I don't know what to tell you. My adjectives aren't all that forceful."
Dapper Hawk 2 phase.
Yes,
Initiate.
there we go. I'll become famous for that. That'll have to be a third channel, though.
So inside this dome, as we're looking around, they have technology beyond like that you said they got from the Wise Ones. What's the technology level of the things we're seeing?
So most of the stuff that you're seeing seems like it's probably close to like probably turn of the 20th century Earth technology. People have motorized transport, and they seem to have machines that can automate things like production, but they're not going around in like hover cars or likely to have phasers.
Got it.
Dapper mukbang went. Probably never. Probably never. I don't like eating on camera. It just feels weird.
I don't know what you mean. I didn't say that.
I've tried. I mean, I don't know. I haven't tried, but I've like, oh, what's this mukbang about? Why do people watch it? And I've like, after about 2 minutes, I'm like, no, I can't stand the noise.
Yeah, no. Sorry, guys. A nice cold beverage here on the game is about as much as you're gonna get.
I think we should have one episode where all of us are just extremely pissed.
Tell you what, if the chat revenue can get to $100, if we can get the chat revenue to $100 today, I will eat a pizza while we play next week on camera.
Oofed.
So there you go. Get it to $100, and I'll order a pizza and eat it on camera.
Now I want a pizza.
Sorry.
Cool.
Now I want booze.
I have no booze.
I have booze, but it's for tomorrow.
Same.
All right. So, yeah, you can get into the Capitol building, and then across the ceiling, which is itself big and domed, there is a mosaic of a description that I have written down somewhere, so give me a second. Let's see. Yeah, the ceiling is decorated in mosaics of the black hole and an obelisk with strange markings on it. It seems like it shows some of the history from the point when the Wise Ones come, which are depicted as roughly humanoid beings that are just kind of shining in light, which makes their features basically obscure. Which is too bad, but that's how they're depicted. And then as you go through the history, you see an image of them putting down the dome that you're in, as well as a image of the planet with a shield around it, and the sun exploding, and then the black hole and the Wise Ones leaving. And then there's another last little mosaic where you can see a greenish obelisk on a stone foundation, and on that obelisk there are markings which, now that you're well into the building, you can see is actually in front of you. And the obelisk itself is about 3 meters tall, and it's made of some kind of metallic substance that you don't recognize immediately, but it has blotches of a brownish color, and it's on a like pale grayish tan plinth sort of thing. It also has symbols all across it.
Yeah, I want to scan that.
Okay. So that will be a... Let me make sure I don't have it written down here. Yeah, give me a difficulty 2 reason and science check, which will not be assisted because you're not on a ship.
But the ship's just there.
Yeah, but you don't get to use it connected to your... It doesn't matter. You got it anyway. It's difficulty 2. You got it. All right. So, the obelisk is itself made up of a alloy that does not have an official designation, but that has been detected one other time, according to Starfleet, and it was detected last year on a mission conducted by the USS Enterprise, NCC-1701, under the command of Captain James Tiberius Kirk.
Dun dun dun.
What do we
Oh,
know
I've heard of
about
that
mission
asshole.
record.
A lot of people have heard of
I
that
mean,
asshole.
We've all heard of
I
him
heard
because
about-
he kind of shot up our ship once.
I also heard
To be
of
fair,
that
it wasn't him.
there's one
Before,
shitty voice
it was
actor who's
our-
kind of an asshole played him on a play once.
In his own replica of the ship sets. Which, to be fair, are
I
actually really
think
cool
he-
replicas.
So,
I think he cheated at a Starfleet exam and then argued that that counts as winning.
Yes.
I mean, if he succeeded, I mean, I kind of respect that, I guess.
yeah, I'm actually not sure what Hawk's opinion of Kirk is yet. I haven't decided. But in any case,
I think Scotty's a dick, just in case anyone wonders.
well, I mean,
Definitely not as good at
no
winning
points for
as you
guessing
are.
that.
I identify with McCoy a lot. Like, damn it, I'm a doctor, not a geologist.
I think it's odd that the survey team didn't report this civilization near the megastructure.
But was that out loud?
Well,
I
to be
was
fair,
too
we
Lanford.
didn't notice.
Well, Kuto hears and says, "The what now? The survey team?
The friends that we're looking for.
Oh, I didn't know you were looking for friends.
I mentioned it like 20 minutes ago.
I must have
when we were
forgotten.
walking in.
I must have forgotten. I was just excited to have new visitors. We've been here in mostly isolation. The wise ones told us there were other civilization out there among the stars, and that they were going around trying to make sure that civilizations persisted. But they didn't tell us who they were or if they might be by. We didn't even know it was technically possible for anyone but the wise ones to fly around to different worlds. So it's nice to know that it is. We should work on that.
Yes, that is a thing you can do.
Have any advice on that? Could you work with our engineers to perhaps help us get out into the stars?
Best to phrase this.
Not
That's something we can
personally.
discuss at a later time. I am not personally equipped to do that. But I'd like to learn more about the wise ones and this obelisk that they left. Is this what they left for you?
Yes, yes. So every year I go in and I make sure that everything is functioning properly, and there's, some of their devices in there, and yeah.
So you know how it works?
Well, I know what to do.
Tregan is gonna hand a cup of coffee to Shelby and be like, I think we might need to review our evacuation plans. We've got a planet with people on it, surrounded, like, orbiting a black hole. We might want to start prepping that.
Yeah, I mean, you guys should probably ask about, if they've been there for a while, what happens when the planet goes through those jets? Is everything okay?
Well, so he's saying it's about time to do the ceremony. I'm going to ask when the ceremony is exactly.
Oh, let's see. The ceremony is in about a week or so. 7-ish days. That's
me asking,
after.
is that-
That's after the planet would pass through the jets.
That's after, yeah.
Interesting.
So
I
if
wonder-
it's broken right now, we're all dead.
Okay. Well, so you said the ceremony's in 7 days. Can you show us like a preview of what the ceremony would involve?
Well, I come in front of the obelisk and I play the activation notes on a musical instrument, and then I go down into the underground levels of the obelisk, and there is a series of buttons that I press to make sure that the station in orbit will activate properly. And it then, apparently, I don't know all of the details of how this works, but then apparently it gets rid of any impending colliders or something that could hit the planet. I don't know all the details, I'm not an astronomer, but apparently it gets rid of those, preserving us for at least another year.
The orbital period for the planet, how often would they have gone through this radiation stream?
Based on, like, your scans here, in, like...
Yeah, I'm trying
Like, what? I'm not sure what the question is. Like, what is the orbital period?
I'm trying to figure out, like, is this like the first time they've gone through this radiation stream, or is this something that happens all the time?
So,
what I'm trying to get at is, if
sure.
they go through the radiation stream regularly,
Oh.
and they're all still here, then it's probably not an imminent threat for some reason.
Well, the orbital
if it's
theory
like-
won't help you with that, but you could, I suppose, ask.
Well, they don't know about the radiation stream. I'm asking, like, so...
I mean, they can see it.
Maybe I'm not visioning this correctly, but I'm envisioning this planet is in its orbit heading through the radiation stream in some...
Yes. In a
frequency.
like 3 days. Oh, that would do that. Well, I mean, obviously it would do it about twice a year because the streams are parallel to each other. But that would happen about every 4.5 or so Earth months.
Okay, so this is something that's happened many times. Got it.
Are you sure?
Ask them.
Am I crazy? Am I insane? I feel like I
think you should ask
If
them.
he goes into the obelisk once a year and it happens about every 4.5 months, then it might have happened once or twice since he went last in, but that's not often.
I asked the guy, do you have an astronomer nearby that we could speak to?
I suppose I could find one. I just get their occasional reports, which I don't really read that much. There's not much that I ever have to do with them.
That might be a good idea, Captain.
The captain's communicator beeps, and I'm Captain Commander Shelby here. Yeah, I've been listening in again, and I'm just wondering how they defend themselves from going through the radiation stream. Could you ask them, please?
I'm trying to avoid... I'm getting a bunch of shit for breaking their Prime Directive, which I contend I haven't done. So I'm trying...
They're going to know they do that. It's not going to be breaking the Prime Directive.
Why don't you ask them, since you're the one...
I'm not with you. I'm not with the...
I mean, you're here enough to interject and tell me what to do. Go ahead and ask him.
I'm wondering, as the engineer, how we're going to survive. So I'm just I'm requesting that the captain gets the information.
So Uto comes by and says, "Oh, is that some kind of wireless communication device?"
Have I seen them have cell phones and wireless communication devices?
You've not seen it. They probably don't have handheld ones, but they might have enough technology to have basic radio transmissions.
Yeah, it's more or less a radio.
Oh, interesting. I suppose you're talking to someone back on your ship?
Yes.
Oh. Hello, ship people!
Hello, I'm the engineer on the ship. Who's this?
Oh, this is Counselor Kuto.
Counselor, your planet in its orbit goes through these jets of energy regularly, correct?
No, they turned earlier this cycle, but we're pretty sure that the station will fix that.
Have they ever turned before?
Not that we have in our records.
Have you ever been to the station?
No, I don't have a way to get there.
Okay, that's good information.
Right.
So they
So they-
don't know what's going on up there.
Sounds like something that should be checked.
Yeah, it sounds like we might get microwaved here.
Well,
we have a few days. We have a few
days.
I've been told.
Yes,
Okay.
we have a few days to fix the ship and leave these people. We shouldn't.
Okay. I think we've gotten all that we can get here. So I propose we go back to the ship and then try to investigate the structure.
Hey,
Yes.
Shelby, do you think that it's against the Prime Directive if we were just to leave and leave these people to get popcorn?
Technically, that is 100% in line with the Prime Directive.
That is what the Prime Directive
Yeah.
would say. It is not what Captain Hawk is going to do. So
Listen, Trig is just out here causing problems today.
Well, I mean, they already have technology that's protecting them that they shouldn't have, so...
Yeah, I feel like the
Helping
Prime
them
Directive
doesn't
has
seem
been
like-
broken by...
Yeah.
They know about advanced civilizations and technology because they've got these wise ones, and there's clearly a technologically advanced station that's helping protect the planet.
If the purpose of the Prime Directive is to allow them to develop in the way that they would develop, then allowing them all to die is contrary to the spirit of the Prime Directive.
Is 100% allowing them to develop into exactly the way they should develop because of the interference of extraplanar beings.
But what I'm thinking is the Prime Directive refers to the normal operations of the society and everything, and they have just said that, oh, it's just changed. Do we know that that's a normal thing that's happening? Maybe there's some kind of outside influence here.
I can tell all of you would know enough about physics to know that normally black holes can't just change their rotation by 90 degrees.
Yeah.
Like, that's just not a thing.
Yeah. He said that was fairly recently. I want to see if I can find out from him how recently, if we could narrow it down and see if maybe it happens to coincide with the first team going to the station.
It absolutely does.
Yeah, so I think we need to check the station out.
Yeah,
I
assumed
think
we were
somehow-
walking back to the ship.
All right, well, I'm going to say you guys
Apparently-
exit the Capitol, which we're going to turn into a new scene. But as you're having this conversation on your way out of the Capitol building, you see that there's actually a sizable group of protesters holding up signs in, well, the language that they speak that you don't. And there seems to be a lot of shouting, and there's some civil unrest.
Does our translator pick up on what's going on, or no?
There's a general aura of fear about the whole the black hole having turned.
Okay, the gods are saying they want us dead, maybe. I don't know.
All those signs say the end is nigh. Is that
Yeah,
what you're
basically.
getting at?
Except in this case, they may well be right about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uto says, "Oh, sorry about this, Captain. They apparently don't believe that the wise ones have thought about this eventuality, and they're all panicking, and they think we're all gonna die. And based on their signs, apparently they think that these visitors from the stars are going to help them. If you want, I can just stay here and assure them that the wise ones have it covered, and that we don't need to worry about it, and that you're just here to visit."
I think, yes, you should execute whatever protocols you have to deal with this, and I will be in contact if we find anything that's critical for you to know.
All right. Well, let me get some guards to escort you past the door to the dome, in case any of this rabble decides that they actually want to come with you.
Yeah, I think Tregan is preparing evacuation protocols.
Seems like a good idea. Glenn Hope in full relation for 200 Argentinian pesos says, "The Prime Directive says that freedom is the right of all sentient beings. You can't be free if you're toasted in the bad way." And I believe Glenn Hope in full relation is technically correct about that. The best kind of correct.
Oh, there's a
I don't know,
question.
somebody clearly hasn't played the game I Am Bread.
I have a question that I forgot to ask. What do these people look like? Like, do they look like humans or anything close to anything that we're aware of?
Are they all birds?
They are, I'm going to go with they are green and scaly, just so that Commander Chanos probably shouldn't talk to them.
Okay.
He's not racist against Andorians. He's racist against green things.
Just
Gorn-
green. He just had a really
Gorns-
bad experience with peas once.
Yeah, Gorns, these guys, peas.
Cucumbers.
Green and scaly, but in the
Evil
original
cucumbers.
series way, so it looks pretty lame.
He's got a real hate on for Larry the Cucumber.
I'm more trying to get at, do they look like a species that we would recognize?
No, you've
Okay.
never seen these guys before.
Okay, so I'll just take like a photographic scan or whatever just
Okay.
to send it back to the ship.
I believe they're called hollow images.
Fair enough.
All right, Commander Shelby, you are getting reports in from your repair teams. It looks like the ship is probably space-worthy again.
Captain, Commander Shelby here.
Go ahead, Shelby.
Ship is functional again. We are free to take off whenever you want. Can I suggest that we try not to land on any more planets, please?
That was the goal the first time, Commander.
I know, that's why I said it, Captain. Can we just take off, please?
We'll talk about it when we get on the ship.
By the way, I'm seeing 19 likes, but 40 people watching, which means that more than half of you have not hit like. Help me out, guys.
Oh, son of a bitch, that's me!
Oh my goodness.
Chesh
Actually,
is the
that's me
problem.
too.
I definitely clicked like, and before you said that.
I pressed
Thank
like
you.
twice.
Well,
Wait,
could
hold
you do it an odd number of times? You can do it as many times as you like, as long as you land on an odd number.
All right. Have we made it past the protesters, or are they going to accost us?
Yeah, you can get safely by them.
Okay.
All right, guys.
I
Apparently,
would like
this
you
other
to-
type F shuttle can rotate black holes. Ours can't do that.
Yeah, can we get that, please?
I would like, before
I
we
don't
hit the
think
next
it's
scene, though,
Shuttle's
I would
fault.
like Captain Hawk to make a insight and command task roll. This is going to be difficulty 3.
Not knowing what it is, I have focuses in persuasion and Starfleet protocols. Is that in any way?
Nope. No, neither of those are going to help.
All right, you said test difficulty 3. I didn't hear complication.
No, it's complication range 1.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Remember, if I don't say, it's just 1.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if you said something.
Yeah.
Do we have any momentum?
No.
I will give you a threat to buy momentum.
Okay. Well, to buy a die.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
Oh, well, you're going to give me another point of threat.
Uh-oh.
So you notice that interspersed in the crowd are some figures who seem to be trying to evade the line of sight of any of the security, while also distributing little leaflets.
Is it Nathan Thompson?
No, we hit the.
Green Lives Matter!
If it was Nathan Thompson, he would be screaming at all the children.
Yeah. Water, large bodies of water do not curve.
Lieutenant Croc, could you procure one of those leaflets?
I walk over and
The guards are trying to herd you back onto the path towards the door. You want to resist them?
guard, do you mind if I have one of those?
We were asked to escort you to the door.
You're trying to dodge being seen, and you're just like, hey, that guy!
I'm not worried about a fight.
Is the counselor still here?
No, he stayed behind to deal with the crowd.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Then I will tell the guard that it's important that we understand the situation here, so that if the counselor requires our assistance in any way, we can be prepared to render it.
All right. So you want one of these pamphlets they got?
Yes.
All right. The guard wanders over and starts just grabbing a pamphlet from some woman who seems very upset about this, but he just kind of shoves her.
Like punches her in the face and takes her away.
Yeah, he shoves her, doesn't punch her.
And just takes it.
We
He's
could
like-
have just beamed one of them up against their will. Just kidnap somebody. It's fine. It gets his pamphlet.
He says,
"Hold on, not
"Here."
allowed to do that."
I literally just actually beam up one person who you know has a pamphlet to the ship.
Excuse me, I need that. Beam him back.
It's
Slap
like-
off their hands.
It's like hand them the communicator, and then once they take it, they just start beaming.
All right. I assume we can't read this without scanning it or something.
Yeah, you'd have to take
And I-
it and have it analyzed by the universal
Let's-
translator, whatnot.
I will thank the guard and continue on to the ship then.
So you guys are able to get back to the ship, and I assume that you will scan it, the pamphlet. So it is talking about some movement about evacuating the planet and how only the visitors can help, but it seems weird that they would be able to get pamphlets together so soon after you landed, talking about the visitors,
I was getting ready to say that.
because you just got there a few hours ago.
Seems to me like someone's not being completely truthful about knowing about the previous team.
Yeah, I am starting to suspect that that the Prime Directive might have actually been violated by somebody completely not me.
You're like,
So are
fuck.
To be
Are we
fair,
in the-
most planets have rumors and stories about visitors from outer space before they actually have.
All right, so back on the ship, we'll have another
Are we in
senior team meeting.
Okay.
And after getting a status report on the ship and everything, I will say, okay, so we all think it's weird that these pamphlets were produced so quickly. I suspect that the survey team might have something to do with that. We need to investigate the structure outside, but we need to have a plan in place to evacuate these people in case we're not successful in rotating the black hole.
Yeah, Shelby and I have already been working on that, Captain. I think we have a decent plan already, at least in the works. The ideas of a plan, at least. I've heard that that's reasonable.
I
But
guess we can shove them all in one of the storage bays. I mean, if you want me to do some more work, even I've just repaired the entire ship.
So,
well, we also might want to consider that if the prior team is already afoot, coming up with a plan, it would be in our best interest to at least find a way to contact them so we can find out what the hell they had planned.
So, but just as a point of technicality, the ship can support a few thousand people in emergency situations without that being a immediate problem. It
How many
normally
people is there?
That is a great question. No one has tried to figure that out.
Yeah, we don't know how many people there are yet.
How many people did we see while we were walking to get an approximate?
Well, when we're on the ship, can we not just scan the life signs now?
Yeah, you
Well,
can
that's
just scan the life signs.
Okay, Captain, I suggest that we scan the life signs.
All right.
If we can also keep an eye out specifically for anybody with a communicator that may or may not be part of our team.
All right.
Would
Can
we
our-
be able to
can our
detect the
sensors
communicator?
Yeah, or would they be able to pick up the human life signs or whatever life signs
So-
it is?
It's not completely clear if you would be able to pick out specifically human life signs if they're embedded in the city. However, if there is an active and powered up communicator, you will be able to find that. You can also get at least a rough estimate as to how many people are in the city.
Well, let's scan
Yeah.
the city then and figure out how many people there are and if there's any power sources.
Get on it, Lanford.
Yep.
All right.
On it.
Give me
reason
a.
science?
I'm gonna go reason medicine on this one because you're scanning for life signs, but it's assisted by the ship's sensors and medicine.
Sensors and medicine.
It won't help.
Yeah. Unless, of course, you have some kind of value or something that would allow you to get a reroll, maybe, by spending a point of determination.
Every problem has a solution.
Sure, you can get a reroll with that, as long as you get rid of your point of determination.
Again, it's harder.
All right, it's just one d20.
No, you can reroll both,
Nice.
and I'll take back that.
And we get momentum, right?
Well, only if he gets momentum from it. But, looks like it is, in fact, a success. So you can tell that there are no active communicators within the range of your scan. However, the city holds a couple thousand people, which is about enough that they could fit uncomfortably on board the Lexington.
Okay.
But
Right,
they would be,
Captain,
like, housed in, like, shuttle bays and cargo bays and whatnot.
Yeah, Captain
Hey, it
Scan
is what it
says
is.
that we can, if need be, can retrofit a couple of the cargo bays and we can stuff them in there. They're not going to be happy about it, but they'll be alive.
And are the repairs complete on the Lexington?
As far as I'm aware, sir, yes.
All right, then start engineering crews fabricating living quarters for these people should we need them, while we investigate the structure.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, the ship...
We should probably get in contact with some of these people who made these flyers because they are likely the ones who know where our fellow crewmen are.
I agree.
Well, I've got
think-
a theory that the reason why the shuttle was on the station is because the other people who have arrived here like us noticed the fact that the black hole has switched position and they've gone to the station to see if they can figure it out.
I think that Dr. Tregan, you would be the best person to take charge in investigating the underground movement. and you can take whoever in the crew would be useful for that, and the rest of us will investigate the station.
Who you taking, Tregan?
Can I go by myself?
That's
I'll take the bird. I'm taking the
trust
bird.
your judgment, Dr. Tregan.
Bird, you're coming with me.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Okay, I'm going.
That does seem appropriate, actually, because underground movement could be dangerous.
All right, so you two stay
You
behind.
should take a good security officer. Yeah.
What, the cat that died?
You could always roll up a new cat that hasn't died.
Nah, the burb should go.
Okay, so
Yeah, I'll go.
Lieutenant Croc and Dr. Tregan set off back towards the domed city, and the ship itself starts rising up from the planet, righting itself, which is a big comfort because now you don't have to lean. I feel like about half the people here have been on a ship that's at extreme angles. It's not fun. So you all know what it's about. My favorite is having to hold my cup like this. Just it's one of my favorites. And then like, whoa! Alright. So it lifts up and can reestablish an orbit. Let's see. Let's deal with the ship and the what's going on there first, and then we will go back to Tregan and Croc for another scene. Okay. So let's see. Give me a difficulty 0 science and control, or control and science check, which will be assisted by the ship's sensors and science.
I've got 14 for control and science.
Lanford
15.
probably got that.
Yeah, Lanford usually.
And what's the ship doing?
Sensors and science.
Sensors and science. Okay, got that.
Alright, that is 3 momentum gained. Let's see. Abyss Station is channeling graviton pulses at the black hole, and at a point in space in the galactic east, is also building up subspace disruptions along the second beam, which could cause the gravitons to slip into subspace. Let's see. Navigation in close proximity to the station will be extremely hazardous now without an advanced computer making course correction calculations, a computer more powerful than any of your shuttles have. Let's see. These subspace disruptions could allow a concentrated graviton pulse to travel at superluminal speeds, which is what you get for your free point of momentum. If you would like, you can spend another one, and I have even more information.
Please.
Yeah, I think we need more information.
Okay. Let's see. The combined ability to modify the gravity waves and the gravitational distortions of the... let's see. Alright, so... It seems like it could be that these graviton pulses could explain the odd behavior of the black hole, but also these gravitational distortions, if traveling at superluminal speed, could cause immense destruction just about anywhere. It could cause a whole planet to almost turn itself inside out with volcanic volcanic activity. It could cause intense solar flares. It could fling fleets of ships and satellites out of orbit of any body they're stationed at. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should turn that off.
Yeah, probably turn that off. That or we build a space sailboat and we try to sail through space. I think that happened once.
It's happened more than once.
That was a DS9 episode.
Insert the rock song, like chill rock song from Treasure Planet.
So here's a
Snow
question.
Patrol.
The shuttle computers aren't capable on their own of doing that navigation. What if I plugged my cybernetics into it?
That could help, but it might not completely solve the problem.
Can the Lexington's computers take over some of the navigation duties for the shuttle remotely?
As long as you build in a direct link that's gonna just go between just the shuttle and the computer, then yeah, which you could do.
Okay, maybe I should do that.
Jens van Broekhoven for €5 says the yellow shirt, Dapper, is iconic. It was actually supposed to be green, but made gold by accident. Yeah, that's why there's also that green thing that has the weird Velcro strap across the belly. Yeah, you know what? I like the yellow, so I'm glad that it was that they went with a gold yellow kind of color.
Huh. I didn't know that.
Yeah. There were a lot of things that changed right around the time of like the second pilot, and there was like, oh no. All right, so if
do I need
sorry, go
do
ahead.
anything to upgrade the shuttle then with direct link to the computer?
Yes, so linking the computers is going to be a difficulty 2 reason and engineering check, which can be assisted by the Lexington's computer and engineering.
I thought you just needed an Ethernet cable.
Well, that could work if you weren't flying the shuttle off the ship
That's a very
and
long-
off into
Fair
space.
enough. Fair enough.
Right.
A really long Ethernet cable.
We just get some poor red shirt to sit there and start peeling wire out as it's going.
We did.
Make sure you keep up, or it's going to pull you right out into space.
He just has this huge spool.
Okay,
Let's go.
I am going to use my electroplasma power systems focus and use 1 momentum to get 3 die.
I don't think that focus is going to apply because you're tying in computers, not the power systems.
Oh, come on. All right then.
But I'll still let you spend the momentum.
Yeah, all right. I'll spend the momentum.
All right. Well, that is 1 more success than needed, and the ships did already roll, and it got a complication, which is why I added a threat. All right.
Good lord, bad ship.
I know, right? So, despite the ship protesting, apparently, you do manage to actually successfully connect the computer on the shuttle to the computer on the Lexington, so that the shuttle is sending navigational sensor data directly to the Lexington, and then the Lexington is using its computational power to assess the appropriate maneuvers to make to avoid any problems with the graviton pulses. But at that point, we are going to switch to what is happening on the ground. Dr. Tregan, Lieutenant Croc, what are y'all up to?
Did you seriously come down here wearing your uniform and not like just regular people clothes?
I mean, he is a bird.
True.
I don't
You didn't
have
want to
very many-
fabricate something to like blend in, even just like a little bit?
I don't have very many changes of clothes.
You are not blending
fabricate
into the
something.
green lizard people. Both of you are not green
You've got,
lizards.
Can't believe this.
you've got an infinite wardrobe.
All right. Education time. How do you think we ought to approach getting on the inside of this?
Well, we find one of them and we talk to them. Sounds simple enough.
How and how do you think we go about finding and getting an invitation?
Well, there's protests everywhere. Just find
Blend
someone
in?
yelling.
Imagine yelling.
Yeah.
All right, you follow me. Don't say anything. If you yell, I'm going to hit you.
No, I was saying that other people were yelling. We were gonna locate them.
Okay. We're
That's
going
what
to
I'm
the
saying.
shop. We're going shopping.
Hey, Chesh, you're complaining about his clothes, but as Gillian Flappy Ribs Wren in the chat points out, you've got 3 arms.
Hey, listen, you'd be surprised at what people don't notice.
They might notice that.
I can't cut my arm off, but I cannot wear
I-
bright blue.
I also can't cut my wings
This is
off.
racist.
so-
I didn't tell you to cut your wings off. You can cover
I'm
them
sure
up.
we could cut them off. It's fine.
Maybe I could,
I
I
can
guess.
arrange that if you want. It's fine.
This is absolute nonsense. all right. We're gonna head to like a busier district, but we're not gonna go to the capital. We're going to go a little bit outside of like the main hub, and kind of we're keeping an eye out. We're looking.
Okay. So are you trying to be stealthy?
We're not trying to be stealthy. We're trying to be subtle.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you can get to one of the outlying domes. Would you prefer one of the ones that's more like agricultural, or would you prefer one of the ones that's a little bit more like commercial, or what are you thinking?
Let's go commercial.
Yeah. Yep. That's.
So there
Go
is
agricultural and do some circles.
an airlock that does not seem to be locked. It seems like these people aren't exactly expecting like invasions.
Fools!
Damn.
We invade.
I don't get to use my infiltration focus.
Aw.
In we go. In we go.
So you step through, and there are right now no one's looking towards you. People are just going about their days, popping into stores, going to work.
Yeah.
All right. I try to fold up my wings so that way they're just behind my back, so that way they're not obvious.
Subtle.
Look
Hello,
natural.
fellow
Look
human.
natural. All right, time to schmooze. gonna start walking around, and I'm keeping my eyes out. I'm looking for like.
So as you walk,
we're browsing.
People start to notice, and a crowd starts to gather around you.
Cool.
And some of them say, "Oh, are you some of the visitors?"
Some of them, yeah.
Wow, we've never met anyone who's not from Chaktir.
Wow, you've never met anybody?
Who's not from Chaktir?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh, yes.
What about those wise ones? Never met one?
No, they've been gone for thousands of years.
Okay.
We heard there's another group of outsiders that have made their way in and abouts. Any idea whereabouts we might find them?
No. Although, it is weird that those pamphlets got printed so quickly.
It is weird that those pamphlets got printed so quickly.
I mean...
Do you happen to know anyone who is interested in that sort of...
propaganda?
That's the word.
I mean... I guess you could go down to that weird bar where all the conspiracy theorists hang out.
Oh my god, there's a weird bar of conspiracy theorists. Yes. We're going there.
Let's go.
Alright, some of them have weird ideas about, like, visitors from other worlds being a bad thing, so, like, I don't know, be careful.
This is my new favorite place.
Don't worry, we can handle ourselves.
Alright, so take this street down 2 blocks, and take a left, and then a right, and then another left, and it'll be on your right.
Right, left, right, 2 blocks down. Going.
Okay.
I'll make sure. I'll keep an eye out as we're going to make sure no hoodlums try to like rob us or anything.
Okay.
Rob us from what?
Take that communicator.
Our future tech? I don't know.
Yeah, phasers, communicators, tricorders. You never know. Maybe there's a black market for that kind of thing.
I don't know what you brought with you.
We go to the bar.
Okay. So
Really? Not every alien is trying to mug you.
Just some of them.
These ones are green.
Yeah, especially
they must be.
Especially the green ones, right? They're commander channels.
Well, on one of my character's first Starfleet missions, he got attacked by a guy with a knife. So
fair. All right. So you get into the bar, and once you step through, all the chatter stops, and everyone turns to look at you.
This is my favorite.
Do we see like a guy who has like a little thing with pamphlets in front of him?
There is in fact a table with pamphlets, but the barkeep says, we don't normally get visitors.
Apparently not. So we've heard.
What can I get you?
What's the popular drink here? Give me that.
What
Okay.
would you recommend?
I don't know. You're not one of us, so I don't even know if this will kill you. But
We're gonna find out.
here's some popular drink.
We will.
And he hands
Sweet,
you.
popular drink. I whip out my fucking tricorder.
Okay.
My medical one. Let's check it out.
It doesn't detect any compounds that are known to be toxic.
Alright, we're fine.
Including alcohol?
Well, okay. It actually has a relatively low alcohol content, and it's
Okay.
fizzy.
Ooh. Ooh. All right. Well, we're looking for the people who are distributing these pamphlets here.
You mean like that guy at the table full of pamphlets?
I
Oh, is he
motioned to-
actually distributing them?
Well,
Yeah, he has a table.
got a table
I guess
full of
it
them.
is.
Oh, perfect. Thanks. I go over to that guy. Hi.
Oh, hello.
I grab one of the drinks and I stick my tongue in it to see if it's any good.
It has it's slightly sweet, and it has floral notes, and it is fizzy, and it has a mild amount of alcohol, like a weak beer.
I love when I'm allowed to drink on the job. So, hello,
Oh, hello.
stranger,
You
putting out pamphlets.
have an unusual number of limbs.
Yeah, I got 6.
Yeah.
Neat, right?
That's none of the other outsiders have had 6.
Yeah, probably not. I'm a little bit. Yeah, I'm an outsider amongst outsiders for the most part.
See.
Where are these other outsiders that you seem to have met? We've been trying to hunt them down, as they are friends of ours.
Well, their leader said that she was off preparing to evacuate us.
Off where?
Off-world.
Did any of them remain behind on the planet?
No, but they left us in charge of spreading the word that the planet is doomed.
That's the smartest way to have gone about that.
I just start looking like I'm perusing one of the pamphlets, even though I can't read it.
Alright, well, Captain, yeah, they're not on world anymore, they're probably on the space station. Looks like, whoever was in charge left some random locals in charge of spreading the word that the, quote, planet is doomed. Because that's definitely not going to cause problems and panic. I don't know what you mean. You're muted, Captain.
Well, I mean, we're trying to get through like space and everything. It's tough.
Yeah.
Good work, Dr. Tregan. Are you done on the planet?
For the most part. Is there anything else we need done down here? Like maybe having people group up in specific spots to help evacuation?
Yeah.
I don't think we should start that until we know for sure it needs to happen, because that kind of panic can spread quickly and cause destruction on its own.
I mean, true, but also kind of already happening. If we can start setting forward like protocols, it might be in our benefit.
Yeah, these pamphlets are not helping.
Get off my call.
I have mine open too.
Well, while you're down there, maybe you can take over the operations there as one of the outsiders and start organizing it effectively.
Yeah, all right.
If that's what you think is best.
Can you guys beam me down some cash?
You don't even know what they use as
Guys
cash.
use for...
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, what do these guys use for money? I'll go to the barkeep and start getting him to show me like whatever they use for currency.
Okay. He shows you some oddly shaped coins.
All right, I show that
Yeah,
to them.
how do they pay for the drink?
They
We
didn't.
I was considering just grabbing another drink and beaming out, and then putting that drink into the replicator so we could make it our own.
You don't have replicators. You have protein resequencers. It's not nearly as good.
Yeah, those
Burb's
things.
communicator beeps, and I'll be like, Burb, why have you just sent me schematics for a weird coin? What do you want me to do with that?
It's currency for the planet. We might need some
Why?
to
Drink.
grease some palms.
Drink. Are you doing that getting drunk thing again? Look, I'm Tellarite. I don't know what that really means. We don't get drunk. We just get kind of feisty.
We might
Shelby,
also
it's for
need-
marketing.
Right,
Yeah.
fine. How many do you need?
200.
Yes.
Okay, I will send you down 100. You're going to like it.
Thank
Shelby
you.
out. Right, 100 of those coins appear on the thing in front of you.
Well,
There you
hold
go.
on. You
Now
probably
we're
shouldn't be-
counterfeiting.
Don't be teleporting things into the middle of a bar, please.
We went into the washroom.
Ah, okay.
They're still waiting for them.
Yeah, unfortunately there is no 4 aliens washroom, so you just gotta pick one.
So I'm gonna talk to our friend making the pamphlets here and say, so what's your name? I'm gonna help you out. I just got a message back.
Oh, my name is Karin.
Karin.
Yes.
Do you have
Wonderful.
like a leader of your organization or anything like that?
I mean, we all have some various jobs, but I mean, really, it's the one outsider who's in charge. But while we're waiting,
Okay.
we're just continuing on with her orders.
Fair enough.
All right. Well, her orders suck. We're gonna hold an outsiders party.
What does that mean?
That's what we're gonna do.
I have
It
a
means
quick
that-
question. Does diluting the value of their currency count as breaking the Prime Directive? Because we pretty much just did that.
Well, if we need to evacuate them, they're
No.
it's going to be much
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, yes, it might, but their entire economy is going to have to restart it anyway. So, like,
It also has to be. It also has to be enough to actually affect the economy, and that like $100 isn't going to be enough to. The
Yeah,
economy.
exactly.
what if there were only ever 50 of those particular coins in circulation in the first
Yeah, that
place?
coin he showed you was like kind of like £5,000 or something.
That would be very funny.
I just sent you the entire like the city's GDP.
The whole
Yeah,
treasury.
Somebody spent the treasury on getting a drink.
So, I know, as one of the people who's been working on a safety evacuation plan, I should know the general protocols for doing so.
Yeah.
The security team might be able to have
Yeah, and
have
you
that
should
too.
you should know that too. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to start going around to this area, which is kind of where people are living in their commerce, right? That's where we're at. We're in the dome of commerce and trade and
It's a
living.
commercial zone, so there's like some restaurants and bars and some like office-y type buildings.
Perfect. We're going to start bopping around. Okay, we're gonna split up. Don't mess this up.
Always a good idea.
Don't mess this up. We're going to go to the largest buildings, and we're gonna. Do you want business? No, I'll take business. You go to the restaurants, and you go to like the general stores that look largest to smallest. You start talking to the general people that live there, and take these flyers. And we are going to, and I just take some of the flyers and hand it to them, and say, what we're actually doing it's we're getting people together so we can do like big Q&As.
All right.
Yeah.
To attract
Show off your
attention-
plumage.
Yeah, to attract attention, I'll just fly around till I get to where I'm going.
Yeah.
There
Drop
you
some
go.
of these flyers while you're flying around. I am going to go to the business district, and I am going to go find the richest motherfucker on the planet. Also, give me all these coins. I'm going to the richest motherfucker on the planet.
I just give her the sack I assume we have of coins.
Perfect. I'm going to the biggest business in the area.
All right, we're going to switch over to the shuttle, and it's going to be a different scene. All right, let's see. So now that the shuttle actually has the computer uplink, it is not actually very difficult to fly over there, so I'm not going to ask for a task to do so. So who is going to be on this shuttle?
Well, I want to go over to try and turn off the black hole flipping power source.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna need, I guess, a good pilot. Although the computer's dealing with the pilot stuff, to be honest. But we need someone good at scanning.
I'll go and fly
Definitely our
the
lieutenant.
Yeah, there's sciencey stuff going on. I'm going to be there.
Okay.
Yeah. Should we just take the captain for giggles to leave no one on the bridge, or?
Well, Ensign Talk can stay on the bridge.
Yeah,
He's a fine
obviously.
young officer.
Yeah. Yeah, because leaving a Constitution class in charge, with an ensign in command is perfectly fine.
It happens
We'll
on the
just
show.
leave
I mean,
What could possibly
he's
go wrong?
now being played by Harrison Ford. We determined that. So
Yeah, I think the
And-
4 remaining members will go.
And as far as I'm
Alright.
aware, there's no one there that can be offended by any racist comments, so it's absolutely fine to bring our Andorian first officer.
then it turns out the first person on the shuttle that went to the space station is a green
Yeah.
person.
Is Orion. Yeah.
So, if you would like, you also may, Necro and Chesh, you may, if you would like, activate supporting characters to go along.
I feel like a couple of extra security officers would be handy.
I was gonna say I could activate a security officer.
Okay. So, let's get a new, what do you call it? A new supporting character. What is the species of this supporting character?
Andorian.
Oh.
No, Orion. Definitely Orion. 100% Orion.
Are there Orions in the Starfleet?
Not currently.
I'm sure there's going to be one.
No, we're
Maybe one was found on a starbase.
we'll restrict it to the races that were, or species that were in the
not
Lexington
the
campaign guide.
I'll suggest one that I was maybe going to choose, a Chelon.
All right. So a
They're turtle
Rigelian
people?
Chelon?
They're turtle
They are
people and
turtle
they lay
people.
eggs.
They do. These are all true, and they have big old
But
hand
are they
claws.
green?
Yeah,
They're-
I
they do.
They're yellowish green.
Oh, there's gonna be a problem.
All right. So what is this Rigelian Chelon's name?
I'll see if I can figure out a name. I don't know.
Leonardo.
How about Hop Tour?
Leonardo H. Tua. We'll go with that. We'll go with Ensign Leonardo H. Tua. We'll go with that.
That's fine. I'm fine with that.
All right. And
Leon-
I hate to
His
be the bearer of
friends.
bad news, but this turtle is about to become the most popular character on this show.
all right. So let me grab the rules for supporting characters so that we know what to do with all of that. All right.
Apparently, they have toxic claws.
He will
Yeah.
apparently be our quintessential green Power Ranger.
All right. So you have some attributes to assign. The first one is a 10. Where should the 10 go?
Daring.
All right, a 10 in daring, and then there is a 9.
I'll
Probably
put that in
control for
fitness.
shooting.
Or control. Control is better.
Okay.
Actually, yeah.
Well, there's another 9 that could just go in fitness.
Sure. That works.
Yeah.
All right, then there is an 8.
8.
So it's the turtle meathead then.
Insight.
Sure. Yeah. That.
And there's
Use nothing but meat and shell.
one more 8. It can go in presence or reason.
Reason.
Okay.
They're not going to be doing much convincing with the captain there. So
There is
that's a game.
for disciplines, there's a 4 to assign. I'm assuming security.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Then there's a 3 to assign.
3
You're not bringing a
medicine.
suggestions.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe medicine because you're not bringing along a medical officer.
Yeah, that. Sure.
All right.
Talk Tua the turtle.
Yeah.
Now there's a 2,
2 con
and then there's another 2.
command.
Okay. Let's see. Now you need to choose 3 focuses.
Phasers would be one.
And I'm gonna go with hand phasers.
Yes,
Okay.
that is what I was thinking.
Another one?
It's podcasting.
that could be the other one.
Podcasting.
I was joking.
And
Well, the
hand-to-hand
other
combat.
doesn't talk have like cooking or something?
Help.
Yeah, everyone has one hobby. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. And so, what was the last one?
yeah, hand-to-hand combat. Hand-to-hand combat.
Hand.
Yeah. Hop Tour runs the ship's podcast that everyone watches in the morning with their breakfast.
I mean, Chelons have poison claws, so it kind of makes sense.
We literally already have somebody who is named Hawk as well. I'd like that maybe their name is just Tua the turtle, since we already have that.
Their full name is Leonardo H. Tua, and what the H stands for isn't entirely clear yet.
They were raised on a human colony.
And named after an old meme that nobody would ever remember.
Look,
Yeah, exactly.
Except for me, because I have history.
so those are
Their favorite food is, for some reason, turtle soup.
all of the biographical details that don't involve the actual like rules, like crunch. That is something that you can feel free to add as needed. But that is as far as we're going for the creation of that. So you should see that you now have Ensign Leonardo H. Tua as an option for you to control.
All right,
There should be a character sheet for that.
I see that.
Okay. So for those of you who this might be your first time joining for a Star Trek Adventures, there is a mechanism whereby players can create minor characters who they can control during a scene. And also remember to use your crew support, and it's going down by 1. Because activating a supporting character, yep. All right, so.
I already have a voice for this character, so
Oh, good.
it's great.
All right, you guys managed to get over to
And we get interrupted by a PSA about security.
I mean, you can do
I
that.
still have some, but I don't know. I don't have it open right now, so I'd have to find it.
All
If you
right.
want it.
So, sorry, my browser is for some reason being very annoying. As is, oh, great. So was Discord.
I'm going to
You guys
say
thought I was being distracting, but I was actually buying time for Dapper.
that Hawk, as somebody who cares deeply about his crew, is an avid listener to this podcast. And so on the flight over, I'll be discussing Tua's podcast with him.
Very nice.
Yes, I'm a turtle.
How many requests have you had to appear on the podcast, Captain?
I like turtles.
5.
All right. So,
Only 5.
so when you land in the relatively small hangar bay that's open, you see a Type F shuttle with modifications for an enhanced warp core. This must be the ship the survey team came in. There are 2 figures in the room past the doors to the shuttle bay.
And we see them?
They're hard to make out, but yeah, they're there. They're also technically on the map, but like whatever.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna pretend like I don't see them that clearly. That's fine.
I'll call out for them to identify themselves.
One turns, if I can get my silly GM version open. Sorry. My computer decided to be a pain in the ass right as I was switching scenes, which is just great. So,
If you're violent,
Classic.
put your weapons down.
alright. One steps out, and it is a robot, which then raises an arm that ends in a gun.
Oh shit.
So, you might want to put out some tokens, and then size them a little bit more appropriately than whatever Beer Chanos just did, because that's a very small. Make it a little
I
bit
am
bigger.
It might be a friendly gun robot.
We're so small.
We're
My
You're
my
all
token
one
is
size.
available
Like-
for me.
Yeah.
Wait,
All right, so you're all gonna. What I'm gonna say is you all start in this particular zone with the shuttle, and that will
okay,
be.
the shuttle one.
Yeah, this is. So the one on the left is your shuttle. You can tell because it's the one that has the Lexington markings on it.
Oh, cool. The other one does not.
Yeah.
Attention to detail.
Wait, how do I put my token on the map?
Drag it, your name, but
Drag
there's
it.
no resize bars.
I can fix that.
I suppose I should put Leonardo on the field and not actually me, but he's much larger for some reason.
Here.
Right, okay, yeah, there I am.
I still can't see my token.
Really? We got to figure out what that is. One of these days, like, get with me and we'll try to figure this out. In the meantime, though, I will give you a USS Lexington token. That's you. You are the Lexington.
That is what happened
Okay,
last.
then you have to give me control over that.
You should already have it.
Get out of
Are you
here!
sure
I
that's the
don't
robot
like
and
it
not
out,
Big
I
Daddy from Bioshock?
Get out of here, Dr.
Uh-oh.
Tregan. Get out of here!
Don't mind me. I'm just
Thank you.
messing with the token.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
You should all be happy I haven't drawn a dick on the maps yet.
I thought that already happened, but
Well, I don't want to get this stream shut down, Chesh.
I'm only allowed to draw 6 circles, not 7.
Oh, also, why is there a Dr. Tregan token? You're not even in this scene there, Chesh.
That's-
I'm just
that's
I'm
what
futzing, I'm futzing with my token. Ignore me.
Okay. Alright, well, in that case, we are in fact beginning a combat when I'm going to give the first round to the players, as is typical. So, players, who is going to go first, and what are you going to do?
Well, the captain was the one that called out to them, and they just pointed the weapon at him, so I guess he'd go first.
Yeah, but he doesn't have to.
No, I think our security officer should go first and step in front of this big gun.
Yeah.
alrighty then.
Oh,
I'll move up here, and I guess, shoot the gun arm, if that is possible.
I mean, there's not a
This thing.
particular called shot system, but yeah, feel free to.
Yeah, this
roll.
isn't VATS from Fallout.
Yeah, so this is going to be a difficulty 2 control and security.
Okay, control and security.
All right, roll damage, which I didn't add, but just add a weapon, and it's I'll say that you have a Type 2 phaser, so it's going to be 3 plus your security in terms of what the put in the challenge dice for. So
3 plus the security?
yeah, if you just type in 3, it should fix it for you. So
Okay, add a weapon.
Captain Leonardo H2O for 200 Argentinian pesos says, "How katana-proof is this robot? I mean, they probably work better than a bow, but I'd appreciate a Confederation-issued bazooka."
Did that do it correctly?
Yeah, it does seem to. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's too
I
many.
didn't write a name in for the weapon,
1, 2, 3.
but
No, that is right. Yeah, okay. So let's see. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
that's a lot of damage.
It is a lot of damage. However, it has a damage resistance, which you can tell because you notice that it does not have as much of an effect as you might have hoped. But you did still definitely deal damage. It, however, then turns and brings that gun to bear. And I will use, let's see, 3 points of threat to give him a couple more dice.
Oh, poo.
Yeah, I know.
I don't want to get shot.
All right, you have in fact been hit. So let's see.
Who is being shot?
That is Croc.
You.
Well, it's not Croc. Sorry, the Turtle Boy.
Chaktir.
Fair enough, fair
Yeah.
enough. I just wanted to make sure.
And I generated an extra point of momentum, which I'm going to immediately spend on gaining another point of damage. So let's see. Let's see. So that is 6 points of damage. So 6 stress, which is in fact an injury, unless you would like to avoid the injury.
I'll avoid it.
All right. That'll cost momentum and give me some threat. Okay. So that is. Oh, it will also step forward.
So yeah, he's not going to live long. Stupid.
Does the shuttlecraft have shields?
It has shields that are designed for like deflecting micrometeorites.
Would it be useful for deflecting bullets?
Probably if you're in the shuttle.
My idea was maybe our engineer could like extend the shields to like create an advantage to give us a defensive advantage.
Okay. Well, let's see. That would be a command and presence check to get to see if Commander Shelby can be given a bonus. So you will order him to do that.
All right, ordering.
All right. So, Commander Shelby, you can take your action outside of your turn, and I will give you a control and engineering task of difficulty 3 to extend the shields and your power specialization or focus. Sorry, or what is it? EPS conduits or something like that.
Yeah, electric power, plasma power system. That's definitely going to count for the shields.
Mm-hmm.
What am I doing? Sorry.
You are trying to extend the shields just around the zone you're in.
What am I using?
Oh, control and engineering.
Control and engineering.
It's gonna be difficulty 3.
Difficulty 3. All right. I'm going to give you a threat to get an extra die.
Okay.
Oof.
Oh fuck. Never mind.
Thanks for the threat, though. All right. So that is Captain Hawk's turn, unless he wants to take a minor action.
No, I'm good with the zone I'm in.
Okay. So whose turn is it next?
I'll go and I will attempt to do the shield thing again.
Okay. Do you want to give me
hold
any?
on. So, since I succeeded on my task in a perilous situation, I'd like to use my follow my lead talent to use a determination and choose the Shelby, and his next task counts as having assistance for me using presence and command.
All right. Well, roll that presence and command, and you're still giving me a threat, Craig.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm rolling what?
This is control and engineering.
Okay. And I'm giving you a threat.
I should have only done one die, but
Yeah, I see. Yeah, it's one success. All right. Well, with one success from the captain and 2 successes from Shelby, you have successfully extended the shields. I will give everyone 3 challenge dice worth of cover who stays in the zone that contains the shuttle. All right. So whose turn is it now?
Quick point of order, my veteran talent lets me roll to keep a determination after I spent it, and I got it. So
True,
I'm still on
okay.
determination.
Okay. All right. So who is up next?
Lanford, you're with us.
I say, is anybody else doing a combat-y thing? Because I'm going to do a scanny thing.
Okay.
I
I'm
want to...
going to shoot it, but scan it first.
Well, let's deal with Lanford's turn first. What are you doing, Lanford?
I want to whip out my tricorder, and I want to see if this robot is working autonomously, or if there's like a signal controlling it, or see what I can figure out of this. Because if there's a signal, maybe I can shut it down.
All right. Give me a difficulty 2 science and reason and engineering check, and fire rate spot.
Nope.
Nope. Okay, you're not sure. Do you have any minor actions that you want to do?
Nope. I'm just going to hide behind this shuttle here.
Okay. Who's next?
There's only one more.
Commander Chanos.
Yep.
Yeah.
What are you up to, Chanos?
Yeah. I'll stay next to the shuttle in cover, and I'm gonna aim at it and shoot it.
Okay.
Come on.
Use that
Alright.
Type 2 phaser, because I think you have one, right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, that is a hit, and I believe it generated a momentum because of your talent, right? I believe your talent says that the aim action reduces the difficulty of the task.
Yeah, it reduces the difficulty by 1, so if it's normally a 2, then it's only difficulty 1, and I could re-roll a die, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, it seems like a good idea.
And then I'll just roll damage.
Okay. All right, 1, 2, 5. All right, that is unfortunately still reduced by its resistance because of its thick armor plating, but it is in fact still damaged. It is, worse off now than it was, but it is its turn again. Well, actually, no, it's the start of a new turn, which means it's you guys again. Who's going to go first?
I would like to move back into the shield.
That seems like a good idea.
Isn't it easier to shoot when
Yeah.
you're in the next zone over, though? You should shoot, then move, probably.
It's not
Okay,
going to
I'll
matter
shoot
that
them.
much. It's
Well,
going to be the same difficulty.
Oh, okay. If it's the same,
me-
then sure. I just don't want this guy to die instantly, but,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so...
Ensign Tua! No!
not like this.
He's been my friend for years. I just never talked about him.
Back on the menu, boys.
Okay, so I'm just gonna roll to shoot again.
Oof.
Nothing.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. All right.
Mhm.
So the robot guy steps forward, turns, and decides to shoot at Commander Chanos. I'm going to reduce my threat by 3 to get 4 dice.
Okay.
Let's see. I, in fact, succeed with 1 extra. So I will just take that threat back. Alright. And let's see. You take, let's see. Normally you would take 4 points of damage, but you have a 3 dice worth of shielding, so roll me 3d6 and we'll see how many points you... Yeah, for some reason the challenge dice is broken on the character sheet. You should just roll 3d6.
Okay, I see. Yeah.
Well, one day it worked, but
Yeah, it worked once.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, it worked once.
So that is, let's see, 2 points of damage is reduced. However, he has piercing 1 and he rolled a challenge. So it's actually only 1, so you take 3 points of stress. Whereas you would have normally taken 4. So, you know.
That is less.
Yeah.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'm on the shuttle, right? Because I was doing the shield. Does the shuttle have weapons?
No.
Oh, god damn it!
Yeah, Type F shuttles are unarmed.
Our
We don't
shuttle
have a
sucks.
mounted turret on our shuttle.
Yeah, that can be a project. It's armed shuttles.
Okay, well, what about just thinking outside the box? What
We'll
if
get
I
some of those
could-
nuke guns.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. It's Shelby's turn. I want to hear what Shelby's
yeah,
up to.
yeah.
What if I just, turn on the shuttle and fly it into the robot?
You would probably crash into, at the very least, your security officer.
I imagine you would duck out of the way. I'm going to fly over him.
If you think it's safe, you can.
Well, he's got big guns, and we're not really that defended. And I think it's probably,
Okay.
if I can ram the shuttle into him, the shuttle probably won't take much damage, but the robot should.
The robot would definitely take a whole lot more damage than the shuttle would. That is almost certainly the case.
Oh, okay, well, I'm in the shuttle then. I activate it. I shout at the bird, at Hawk 2, get down, and I fly into the robot.
Alright, so this is going to be a daring and con difficulty 3 with a complication range of 5.
The fuck? Okay, I'm going to use momentum, and I'm going to give you 2 threats, so I can get 4 die.
Okay. Okay, you miss.
Well, hold on. Shouldn't the shuttle assist with its systems?
Yes, the shuttle can assist with 1 engines and con roll.
Alright, someone do the shuttle.
I got it. Engines and con. And it's complication 5. There we go.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I'm
No,
schmoozing
failed.
big
use the
wigs.
shuttle.
Okay.
How did I miss? Well, I'm in a shuttle.
I'm going
What
to-
did I miss?
I'm going to use all of those, and
The little thing you forgot was that the robot could also duck.
yeah, so the robot manages to escape unharmed. However, our turtle friend here takes 5 points of stress and is now injured.
Okay.
I told you to duck.
5 points. 1, 2,
Yep.
3, 4, 5.
He's a turtle. He's slow.
At least he didn't go over max or anything, so
All right.
he's just injured.
So the captain sucks at shooting. He's much better at punching, but I'm not going to punch a robot. So
could.
instead, I could. I feel like it wouldn't be very effective, though. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the assist action. Chanos, I think, is our best shot that hasn't gone yet.
Okay.
So I'm going to assist him by calling out a weak spot on the robot.
Okay.
Maybe one of these two.
We'll fold that into his roll. It'll be, you can assist using your insight and command on that one.
Okay.
Boobs look like a weak point.
Who's going to
So
be
2.
2? Okay. Who's going next?
Well, Chanos may as well.
Yeah, probably.
Done.
Do you want to aim and
Okay.
fire? You've already
Uh,
got 2 successes if you roll
we
any
have-
successes.
Do we have momentum?
No, but I do have 5 threat. And you also did get a
I-
assist.
I already gave you 2
Yeah.
successes.
But I'll still. Yeah. The thing is, I would like to get armor piercing,
Okay.
but reducing the difficulty by 1 is basically 1 free momentum. But if we don't have any, that is a little bit annoying. But I don't want to miss. If I recall correctly, if I don't get any successes, then the assist doesn't work, right?
Correct.
Okay. Though to be fair, if I reduce the difficulty by 1 and don't get any successes, that doesn't help either. No, I won't give you a threat, but I'll use my phaser to gain armor piercing 2
Okay.
instead of aiming.
Sounds good.
And then we'll see.
Check. We'll take the roll. Get at least 1 success, or it doesn't work at all.
Yes.
All right. So that is gaining 2 momentum, and roll your damage.
Yes.
It should
Roll
work.
20 isn't
It should
too
work
bad.
on the challenge dice for the weapon.
Yeah. Those work for some. Really?
Oh,
What? Oh my god. Did you forget to charge your phaser?
That's right.
that's not even enough to actually
Looks
cause
like
damage.
the
For those
weak spot
listening at
after all.
home, he
Wow.
rolled 4 zeros.
And 1 armor piercing
5.
damage. So 5, yeah, 5 zeros. So it's 5 zeros, and then there's
5.
1 effect rolled, which means 1 damage, but with piercing 2, which isn't enough to actually deal any damage.
Yeah.
So
I believe
That
Lanford
sucks.
is the only one who hasn't gone.
Big ooh. All right, Lamford, throw a little explodey clappy monkey at it.
Well, isn't it the robots go?
Yeah, no,
No.
I'm going to scan again. I want to see if I can shut this thing down.
okay.
I'm not very combat effective. I'm a science guy.
Well, you saw the
Bill,
girl get
Bill,
run over
Bill,
by
Bill.
a shuttle.
No, Bill Nye is not a real science guy. He's a janitor on the moon. We all know this.
Well, you got 2
Yes.
successes.
We only let him be a janitor because basically his if we don't, his dad gets mad at us.
Aww. All right. So it is in fact being remotely instructed by something. You're not sure if it's directly being controlled by a person or if it's under the command of a computer system, but there's definitely a control signal entering the robot.
Perfect. I'm going to shout that out, and then I want to start working on blocking that signal.
Okay. Who is up next? We're at the start of a new turn. Or new round. I don't know.
Use the shuttle to try to block the signal.
The turtle is the turtle still up and able to fight? I don't remember. If
No, the turtle is very much injured.
All right, then
No,
Chana's
he's not bad, but he's down.
I ran him
Because
over.
he got ran over by a shuttle.
I said duck.
He didn't have
the-
time.
Yeah,
So,
and
hold
he's
on.
a turtle. What is he supposed to do?
just remind me with injuries. What happens at the end of a scene? They have to be treated, right?
So if it's a fatal injury, at the end of the scene, the person will die. If it's a non-fatal injury, then they won't be available for the next scene if they're not fixed, but they'll be fine like a scene later.
Okay, got it. I just want to make sure he didn't need immediate emergency medical attention.
Yeah.
All right,
Not right this second, no.
Chano, shoot it.
I assume that's an assist?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. We'll use the same rules as last time, and I guess we'll have Chanos go next.
There you go. One success.
So, Commander Chanos, what would you prefer to do?
You could shoot again and hope it goes
How
better.
much momentum do we have?
2.
Yeah. So I will spend 1 momentum to aim and get armor piercing, and then I will shoot it again.
Okay, so that gets you an extra die, I suppose? Oh, no, you're doing aim and... Okay. Okay.
Oh.
So yeah, that is going to be enough to hit.
And then I will hopefully roll better for damage.
Which you absolutely
Yes,
did.
Kind of.
I mean,
Is better than...
so you rolled all effects, which means it has absolutely no resistance left for this shot, and you deal 4 damage.
Is the bloody thing dead yet?
No. But it's definitely
giant robot.
not doing super well. There's a lot of sparks.
Was it
and
ever alive to begin with?
There. Good point.
Okay.
I think we have to wait for next generation too.
That's
Right.
a word I use in D&D all the time. Animate. Is it still moving?
Yeah. All right, so whose turn is it next?
Yeah.
Captain,
Yes.
is it your turn?
I assisted Chanos.
He went first.
I guess it's my go then. I'm just gonna try and shoot the bloody thing.
Okay. You're gonna have to pop out of the shuttle to do that.
Oh yeah. No, I'm trying to move it on the bloody YouTube thing. That's a bit silly.
Yeah, you're gonna have to actually use the
do
roll
that.
20.
I do that every time.
Right. What do they need to shoot again?
It is control and
security.
yeah, there you go.
Control and what? Sorry.
Security.
Yeah.
Control security. I'm going to use that momentum.
Okay, so that'll give you a third die.
Oh, good lord.
Ooh, yeah, no, that's not gonna do it for you. Sorry. All right. Has anyone else not gone this turn?
I think
Lanford.
Lanford.
Lanford? Okay, Lanford, what are you up to? What's your plan?
Well, we know there's a signal controlling it. I want to see if I can block that signal.
All right. What is your plan for blocking the signal?
I've got my tricorder, and I want to see if I can do a signal that is going to interfere with it. So like the same frequency, but just screwed up.
From the tricorder, no, but the shuttlecraft might be a different story.
From the shuttle then.
All right. Well, hop in the
It's
shuttle.
only one space away, so you can go there.
Just put yourself on top of the shuttle, like your token physically there. Yeah. Okay. So let's get a difficulty 4. We'll go reason and engineering on this one.
From the shadows comes Tregan to save the day. I'm kidding.
Difficulty 4. The only way I'm going to make it is if I got extra dice.
The shuttle can assist with its computers and engineering.
All right,
Yeah,
shuttle
but the shuttle's
assist,
terrible.
and I'll
Yeah, this-
give you 1 threat for an extra die.
Okay. Oh, that's momentum. I need to go threat.
That's the shuttle.
It won't help.
Yeah, no.
What's the shuttle doing?
Computers and engineering.
Generating threat. That's what it's doing.
Yeah, that's also a possibility. Yeah. Which is exactly what
That is
happened.
what it did.
Awesome. All right, well,
Actually.
it is the top of the turn. Who's going first?
Did the robot go?
Didn't it? Oh, no, it didn't. I'll just let you guys
Yeah,
take
it
all the
didn't go
turns. All right. Well, guess what? I am going to point its guns at Chanos with...
Technically, it doesn't have to go.
It does, though.
Maybe it forgot because it's so sparky and
I'm gonna
damaged.
spend 6 momentum to give me 5 dice. Or sorry, 6 threat.
Threat.
Mm.
Let's see. So
One
that...
day you'll get it.
Yeah, I probably not.
Oh, excuse me.
Threat momentum.
Let's see. 1, 2... E... And I will put one of my extra threat that I gained from getting 3 successes into dealing 4 stress worth of damage.
To who?
Or it's not
To
that.
Chanos.
Chanos.
Yeah. It's not that bad.
Okay.
At least you're not taking an injury.
It's tough, but its actual damage output is... It's not that great.
All right, so it's back to
I
the
have
top.
a lot of stress. I can live with that.
I forgot that I had my advisor talent, so when I do my assist thing, the person I assist can re-roll a die. So we'll be doing that now. So I am once again going to assist Chanos by saying, "For the love of God, right there!"
All right.
The big red glowing spot.
We'll just have
And
Chanos
he got
go,
it.
and then the robot will go again. So, do well, Chanos.
He got it. He got a success,
When-
and you
when
can
you're-
re-roll a die if you need to.
When you're supporting someone, you're actually supposed to help.
Well, rules-wise, it counts.
I'll do the
He's got a laser
same
pointer.
same thing. I'm gonna spend the momentum, so I'm.
By that, you mean you're going to give
piercing
me a
and I'm
threat.
doing aim. Well, since you spent all of it just now, I think that's okay. And yeah, then I'm gonna roll.
Oh, my bad.
That's total of 3, is it?
All right, so that is 1 more damage than was needed. Unless you would like to re-roll something.
No.
Okay, so that's with piercing 2. So let's see. Okay, so that gets rid of all of its resistance. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is enough to put down the robot.
Finally.
Indeed.
All right. Now
Loot
that
the
it's
corpse.
dead, well, hold on. I'm gonna. Does Lieutenant Lanford have any medicine skill?
I have 3 in medicine.
All right. I'm gonna direct Lieutenant Lanford to render medical aid. And
All right.
just narratively, I don't know if mechanically we have to do
Yeah,
that.
control and medicine. It's going to be difficulty 2.
The turtle has a big
Let's,
bump on its head from being smacked.
Let's spend 1 momentum in order to make it 3 die.
Okay. Yeah, no, he's fine now. He can get back up, and he's not feeling great, but he's, like, conscious.
I turn around to him and I say, "Hey, Tua, duck means get down.
What happened?
You
didn't
bravely
get down."
blocked. You bravely blocked the shuttle with your body, and such an action will definitely be worthy of a commendation, Ensign. Don't worry.
It'll make a great
Alright,
story
then.
for your podcast.
Okay. So now what?
Now we're gonna head deeper into the tunnel.
We saw another figure.
All right. As you get through the tunnel, you see that whatever figure you saw is just now laid out on the floor in a pool of blood, with blood staining their red Starfleet uniform. It is in fact a male Cation.
Man, these cats are always dying.
Is he dead?
I mean, you're not exactly a doctor. Maybe you should ask Lanford to examine him.
Well, that's yeah.
Control medicine?
Are you dead?
So first of all, Lanford, without a task, you can tell that he is not in fact dead, but might be there soon.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
blood's
so-
supposed to be on the inside of his body. I'm
We
not
should-
a
Yeah.
doctor, but I'm sure it's supposed to be inside.
Mm-hmm. You want to do another?
I will do a control medicine. We'll see if we can, maybe keep the rest of his blood in.
Okay.
And if the ensign can do anything, the
Assist.
ensign is good at medicine. So yeah.
All right. So you managed
You're
to
concussed.
successfully stop the bleeding, and the Cation starts to wake up. And who are you?
Captain Hawk, USS Lexington. Who are you?
I'm Lieutenant Dudjon, sir.
You're not looking well, friend. What happened?
Our biologist and this robot attacked me.
Would the biologist be named
Why-
Commander Tala?
No, she's the team leader. This was Ensign Thosian. She's a Andorian.
And is this ensign controlling these robots?
I don't know.
What are you doing on the station?
Well, we were here looking into who built it and what its purpose was and what its relationship was to the planet. And I was just stationed here by Commander Tala in case anyone else came on board, because after we checked the station, everything seemed deactivated. I wasn't expecting any of the security robots to reactivate. But then one did, and I don't know why, but also the ensign attacked.
There was
Where-
a signal being sent to the robot. Something's controlling it.
I would... yeah, that would make sense. I don't know where it would be coming from, though.
Where's the commander now?
I don't know. Maybe at the station main operations room?
How do we get there?
Your best bet is probably to just grab the map from the computer core. I don't know if I can direct you there without the map.
And where's the computer core?
And he indicates that it's along the corridor that you're in, and he tells you about how far down to go. And we're going to hand wave that because I don't really care that much.
Right. All right. What's Tua? Ensign Tua. Get this man into the shuttle and make sure that he's safe and comfortable while we get this map.
Okay, well, it doesn't take very long for Tua to do that, so if you want to wait for him to accompany you, you can do that too.
Yeah, we will.
Okay. All right.
Narratively, my concern is the crew member, so he's taken care of, but yeah.
So as you are walking towards the computer core, there is an open door on your left. And in glancing in, you can see the sprawled body of a Andorian in a blue Starfleet uniform with blue fluid all over the floor.
Oh, that's not good. I will go check on this new person. But as we were walking down, I also want to keep my eyes out to see if I can find like anything on the walls that would be sending out that signal, just in case I need to shoot something on a wall later or not. But I will go straight to this new person and check to see if they are still living.
I'll cover your back.
So when you get into the room, you find out that this person has maybe a third of their head left. They're not alive.
They're dead.
But if it helps, the 2/3 of the head are smeared nearby.
Yeah, I
Doesn't
can't put
have
heads back
anyone.
together.
Yeah.
Is this person an ensign?
Yes, this is in fact an Andorian ensign.
Likely
No,
ensign.
it was an Andorian ensign.
Well, yeah, okay, it was an Andorian ensign. This was an Andorian ensign.
Likely
But,
our Andorian ensign who attacked Lieutenant DeJean.
It would appear that way. It seems that she herself was attacked.
Not good.
Is that all you're going to say? You see another member of your species with most of their head missing, and you say, not good.
It's not missing, it's right there.
It is not good.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I can't deny that.
You can't. It is an accurate statement.
I'll keep track of its position for recovery, Captain.
Good job, Ensign. Let's get this. Let's get this map.
Someone call Bill Nye to the cleanup.
All right.
Commander Shelby, grab the map, please.
Well, this is not the computer room. You still have a little while to go there.
Oh, okay. I thought this was...
Yeah, we have a few things to reveal until we actually get to the computer core.
Gotcha.
So in the hallway, there's also another person in a blue shirt and so there's a human in a blue Starfleet uniform, and then a Saurian in a a red uniform. I'm mixing up my eras here. And they are also dead just in the corridor after suffering what seems like severe trauma.
Oh.
Wow, it seems to be getting worse as we go along.
We should be careful.
Hey, Captain, how come you keep wanting the chief engineer to go on away missions? Can I just send one of my guys?
That
We
was
have to
always
send our
an
best,
option.
Commander. I got the impression you didn't like to delegate these sort of things.
Yeah, I'd rather be looking after the ship than dealing with murder bots and people with most of their head missing. But yeah, okay.
Well-
Let's push on.
I'll pat him on the back and I'll say, "You're not going to make it to captain with that attitude, Commander."
I don't want to be a captain.
Leonardo pipes in. I'll keep you safe, Commander.
You can't duck when I say duck, turtle.
All
I
right.
mean,
Wasn't expecting
shields
friendly
don't need to
fire.
duck.
I am so glad that I am not there for this.
All right, so you come to the door that was indicated by the directions from Dajan, and the door is in fact unlocked and simply opens when you approach. And you can see that through the room there's the computer core, but the room you're in here actually has 4 different bodies just floating in some kind of liquid. And one of them looks like it's transforming somewhere between an Andorian and a Rigelian Chelon. Then there's another one that looks like it's halfway between a Saurian and a human. And then there's yet another one that looks like it's almost a Tellarite, kind of.
Captain, I'd like to hand in my resignation. I think I'm leaving Starfleet.
And then there's another one that looks like it's like half cat, half bird. It's got like some fangs, but also a beak and interspersed feathers and fur.
Guys, we
terrifying.
why didn't we bring the medical person with us on this one? I think we might need the doctor.
The medical person is gainfully employed on the planet.
I'll take
All
some
right.
scans if that's okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
sure. So give me a difficulty 0 reason and science check there. Ensign Tua. Ensign H. Tua.
And science. All right.
Hey,
Look
good
at
job.
that.
Nice. Couple
Good
momentum gained.
Crushed it.
All right. So these bodies are actually mostly mechanical, but there is a sheet of living cells over them that seem to mostly be some kind of stem cells that are being stimulated by whatever the computer system is to take on different structures. And as you're doing the scan, you're seeing that the bodies are becoming more and more replicas of, well, the landing party. You guys.
Oh.
Oh. Interesting. That's
Yeah,
why.
I'm so glad I'm not there.
Can we
Well,
just
that would-
shoot it?
Sure you
This
can.
would probably explain why
What a-
the ensign attacked. It might have not actually been the ensign.
Yeah.
Excellent observation, Lieutenant.
Yeah, Captain, can I set my phaser to evaporate and get rid of this, please?
Let's not go shooting strange alien technology until we better understand it.
Well, no, I want to shoot the clone of me, Captain. Actually, if that's
Should
okay.
the clone of you step out of the strange alien technology, you have my permission to shoot it.
I set my phaser to ultra.
Let's
To
grab this-
obliviate.
We should probably see if there's some way to shut this process down.
All right.
I was going to shoot it. I thought that might help.
But, hey, Chesh, how things down on the planet?
Oh, I'm schmoozing.
All right.
I am trying to find the upper crust, the people of the high caliber money people.
All right. So you want to go do that, find the biggest business you can, and oh, hey,
Yeah.
hey. All right.
Yes.
So yeah, you can. That's pretty easy. And being an alien, you actually don't need an appointment, according to the secretary.
Fantastic.
So you're
She
let
finds Elon Musk.
Yes.
you're led into a room with a smartly dressed woman behind a desk, who looks up and says, "Oh, you've got a lot of arms."
I do, and legs.
Yeah,
Picks
interesting.
one of them up.
I was under the impression that the outsiders looked a whole lot more like us, but that's okay.
Well, some of us do.
What can I do for you?
I am going to sit down at their desk and do one of these.
The chair doesn't really suit you, but can kind of make it work.
I make it. Yeah, I'm awkward, but it's it's fine.
Yeah.
One leg's just leaning up the back of the chair behind your head.
She looks and she's like,
She has an extra arm to
I
stabilize.
could have
herself,
a bar stool brought in if that would be more comfortable.
It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I appreciate the hospitality. There seems to be some discourse on your planet currently.
Mhm.
This may or may not be caused by the presence of outsiders, and I would like to help in bridging that gap and rectifying that. And e-commerce and equal opportunity trade is generally a good way to start.
E-commerce and equal opportunity trade?
Yes.
Now who's breaking the Prime Directive?
We're evacuating them off the planet. What do you mean, Captain?
I think that was out of character.
Yes.
She says, I'm not entirely sure what that is, or what you really mean by discourse about started by outside. I'm lost.
What I'm offering to you is, well, we were outside of the Capitol and we've heard about some protest going on about the planet's exploding and oh my god, everyone's gonna die and the outsiders have given us some blah 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 blah, and I want to help ease that problem because that's not gonna be good for your business.
Right.
Also, there are many of opportunities can be brought from different peoples from around different places.
Are you trying to start a business partnership? I don't know what you want from me.
I am trying to ease tensions and ease
Well, if you want
the
to ease
collective.
if you want to ease tension, you should talk to those wackos who think that the world is about to end and that we've already
No,
been
they're right.
visited. I'm sorry?
No. Those guys are right. You don't have a son anymore?
Yeah, but that's been the case for like 10,000 years. Who cares?
Yeah, and your that thing that goes across your planet from your black hole changed directions,
Yeah, but
and it's gonna come plowing right through your fucking city.
the station is always taking care of that.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Why?
Has it?
I mean, I assume so. We're still here.
Has it come across your front porch before?
I mean, not that I've seen, but I don't know what happened in the past 10,000 years. I'm not a historian. I'm a businesswoman.
Right, exactly. That's why I'm here to help you.
So you're saying that hasn't happened before?
I'm saying that has not happened before.
And it's going to kill everyone.
It's going to kill everyone.
And the wackos who say that we've already been visited by aliens and that the aliens warned them about the impending doom aren't wackos.
We're likely our away team, yes. Hi.
No, your team came after all that started.
Oh, then yes, probably. They probably did. It's also possible that they were just wrong and they just happen to be right now.
Okay. So wait, does that mean that the explosion 3 years ago in the agricultural dome actually was an inside job?
I don't know. I'd have to look at the data on that, but
Can
probably.
tractor fuel melt steel beams?
Definitely.
Okay. Okay, but the planet's not flat, right?
No. We checked.
Okay, from space that is real.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so they're only right about the tractor fuel, the inside job, and the aliens'
Yes.
warning of doomsday.
At least this time, Doomsday, yes.
Okay. That's
Regardless
really hard
of
to
if
buy.
that beam, regardless of whether or not that beam was going to kill you, that black hole is going to eat you sooner or later.
Why would it do
Probably
that?
sooner. Because it's a hole.
Right, but we're in a stable orbit, according to all the astronomers.
Yeah. Sure.
I mean, we have been for 10,000 years.
Yeah, well, you know, things change.
Like what?
Like, we're trying to help you guys evacuate. So that way, if your planet doesn't get blown up, we can put you back.
Apparently the chat is amused by the conspiracies.
I need to go and use the little...
Yeah, okay, we'll take a quick break. We will be back in just a few minutes. In the meantime, though, please enjoy whatever I have for the intermission, which I don't know what it is. Hey, everybody. We are back from our quick intermission. We came back a little bit early. I do want to say thank you very much for everyone who's here. And remember, if you want to, you can gain access to all the cool channel emojis by joining the channel. It starts at 99 cents. If you want, you can pay more to have a higher rank, which doesn't mean a whole lot, except that you're supporting me more, because running these games is actually expensive. I don't know if you guys know. I buy, like, assets, rule books, subscription on Roll20, all of that costs money. So this game has cost me $200-ish to get off the ground. So, you know, if you appreciate it and you want to toss me $1 a month or something like that, feel free. You can always cancel. With that being said, though,
We do appreciate it 100%.
If you give him enough money, I'll convince him to let me run a game.
there you go. It would take a lot of convincing. All right. Because I mean, every time I played in a game that Chesh ran, it was terrible. Oh, hey, Becca Justiano just joined the channel memberships at Ensign. Hey, if you're a channel member, why don't you put in some Starfleet deltas in there to welcome Becca? Just like that. All right. So, you guys are still in the room in front of the computer core, full of weird robot, replicant, Blade Runner, alien resurrection nonsense monsters.
Are there any like control panels in this room connected to the
Yes, there are.
Lanford?
Yeah, let's check out this computer panel, see if there's something we can gain from this.
All right, so it is in fact a control panel for the bioreplicant thingies. If you would like, you could release them. You could also try to shut them down.
Remember, if you release them, I'm allowed to shoot one. Captain said so.
Yeah, since it doesn't have an obvious not evil setting, let's just try to shut it down.
All right, and hey, Fitz of Bias Sheets Rage just joined the channel at the Lieutenant Junior grade level. So now we have Lieutenant JG Fitz of Bias Sheets Rage. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Send some more of the deltas. All right, so shutting them down is going to be a engineering and insight, so insight and engineering, whatever, of difficulty 3.
I've got 14 on that.
Yeah, you beat me big time. I don't have very good on that one.
Right. Engineering insight.
It's difficulty 3.
The ensign is keeping weapon trained on them just in case
Okay.
something goes wrong.
So that is not enough, but I will allow Hank to do an assist. So if he can get that, then that will be enough.
Hey!
There you go. You got it. All right, so you see all of these things just kind of slump in their tubes, and all of the living material on their outside is starting to slowly just kind of recess onto their body into sort of a shapeless, grayish, generic form, now that they're no longer receiving instructions on what to replicate.
Doesn't make it much better.
Well,
Captain, they seem to be deactivated for now at least, so I'll put my phaser away.
I mean, you could keep it out. There are deadly gun robots.
yeah, you know.
At least it doesn't look like you anymore.
It's not how you speak to superior officers, Ensign.
I'm just
Commander.
staring at you. I'm literally like just my character. He's just staring at you.
All right.
He stares back.
So, you can go into the computer core if you would like.
Yes. Me and Hank both go into the computer core.
Okay, so this is going to require a difficulty 2 reason and engineering or reason and science task to allow access to the computer.
All right, reason and science.
Did you say reason and engineering? Because I got 16 on that.
It's either reason and science or reason and engineering. You can choose which one you prefer.
What you got, Hank?
I have 17 and a focus on computers.
Oh,
Do that then,
yeah.
please.
Shelby, you may help with your reason and engineering if you would like.
Yeah.
All right. Would you like to buy any dice or anything? I guess not.
Yeah, I want to buy a die.
Okay. So 1? Yes, 1.
Yeah, just one die.
Okay. So let's see. It was difficulty 2. You guys spent 1 momentum and got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is 3 momentum that you've gained. You now have access to the computer core, and the first thing you learn is that the station was in fact designed to generate wormholes using the graviton radiation from the black hole, channeling the gravitons into subspace. It has
Wormholes
been...
where?
You don't know. You might have to spend more momentum to find that out. It has currently been reconfigured to target a particular location in the beta quadrant, and if you would like, you can spend momentum to learn more things.
That wasn't the quadrant that we blew up, was it?
You can't blow up a whole quadrant.
No, I blew up a solar system, not a quadrant.
Oh no, don't.
Yeah,
tempt,
but it wasn't
don't tempt.
in that quadrant.
No, it was
it?
not.
Most
Okay.
But the stuff like the alien
ancient
maps
empire
have all been
planets.
pointed to the beta quadrant.
They have.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, would you like to spend a point of momentum to learn more?
Yes, please.
Okay. So, it turns out after you examine exactly the location where the beam is pointed, that it's pointed directly at Kronos, or Kronos, the Klingon homeworld.
Oh, right, we're cool then. Don't worry, guys. It's not facing the Federation. We're good.
There is still
No,
more that
we
you
are
could
in
learn.
fact not good.
Would you like to learn more?
Yes. We want to learn as much as possible.
Would you like to know more?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
So,
Thanks, Clippy.
it turns out that based on what you can tell from this computer system and what you have access to in terms of the Starfleet library that is at least partially on your tricorders, this station was actually created by the Preservers, who were discovered a year earlier by the crew of the Enterprise, under command of Captain Kirk again. And that's the ship that had once, nearly destroyed the Lexington. But they found it on a planet which had transplanted humans who had been saved from a plague by some aliens.
Okay, cool.
Preserver.
Am I able to see if there's a way to turn it the fuck off?
Not from here. But it does have an internal map that could get you to the station control room. That is a location where you could turn it off.
Captain, there's a map here that seems to lead to a control room. I reckon if you want me to turn it off, that's where I should go.
Well, ideally, we would right the black hole so it's not going to destroy this planet, but turning it off would be a acceptable alternative.
Yeah. Wait, you don't want to do a anti-Klingon genocide?
No, in fact, I do not want to do an anti-Klingon genocide and completely destroy the timeline.
Yeah, crap. No,
Separate timeline!
No, I
Can we
think
aim
well,
it at
we need to
Orion?
do two things. We need to make it right the black hole and, not wipe out Kronos.
Not wiping out Kronos being the more important objective.
Well, I mean, I'd say both are equally as important because there's a planet
Okay,
here and a planet
we're going to
there.
work on both. Let's not have a fight about which one's more important. All right, Croc, or not? Well, yeah, Croc. What are you up to on the planet, there, buddy?
I'm spilling those pamphlets everywhere, and I'm gonna every once in a while stop, land, and ask if there's anybody who studies space near there, and if there's not, then I'll go to the next place till I find it.
I mean, there's an observatory you could go to.
I didn't know that, so I'll head that direction then.
Okay. So, when you land, you're greeted by a gaggle of people who seem to work there, and they're like, "Oh, hey, we knew that there were visitors from other worlds. Could you tell us about, the universe and whatnot? Because you've been there, and we just have telescopes."
There's lots of places like this. Some better, some worse.
That the wise ones have visited?
Probably.
Oh. Have you come across other
I'm
ones?
gonna call... Oh, sorry, what did you say?
Have you come across other ones? Other worlds visited by the wise ones?
I think we may have. Unsure.
Oh. Are you not one of your people scientists?
No.
Oh.
As I flip open my my communicator and I try to contact the ship.
This is Ensign Talk. Go ahead, Lieutenant.
I'm looking for some information about the black hole and what it will do to the planet if it's not stopped.
It will sterilize the entire surface, killing all life forms.
Okay, can I get a more technical, readout of that, in a physical form for these people?
You want me to beam down...
Asking for a fax?
Yeah.
You want me to beam down a printout of what will happen to biology if it enters the radiation jet of a black hole?
Yes.
I see. I will see about getting that done for you, Lieutenant.
I nod and close the communicator.
Okay.
And I will wait for that, and then I'll give them the information, because they're the ones the most likely to understand it.
Okay, a little while later, a book beams down labeled Radiation Medicine 102. It's in Federation Standard. They can't read it.
So
give it to them. Just give it to them. They'll figure it out.
Well, they had a translator, so...
Well, they can try to take it and scan it through whatever translation machinery they have.
Because they somehow translate it to us, so I don't know. I'll give it to them.
Thank you. What is this?
It's information about that, and I'll point to where the black hole is, and how it's going to destroy this planet.
Oh. But the wise ones left us the station. That'll redirect any problems, right?
Perhaps not this one.
Oh. It is the first time this has happened.
Those fearmongers outside kind of have a point.
Oh. And Jillian Wren, yes, it does have pictures. They're horrifying. Have you ever pooped out your entire digestive system? Well, someone in those pictures has.
I am not a slug. Of the sea variety.
Yes. Although I think you're thinking of sea cucumber.
Yeah, probably.
You know, all of this interference will be totally fine if we have to evacuate them. If we don't have to evacuate them,
So screwed.
then my report's going to have to get way more complicated.
All right.
And I will tell them, in case of the worst, we are gathering people, and then I'll get them to pull me up a map, and I'll point them to a location that would be good for the evacuation, and then get them to spread the word, basically.
Okay.
This is where we're going.
It's gonna be really funny if we don't evacuate them at all and just disappear.
Hey, at that point, no matter how much cultural contamination there was, it won't matter. All right, we're gonna cut back to on the station, and you guys have been able to find the ops location, and you can see through the corridor into the room. There are a number of locals from the planet working on various control consoles, and a couple of the security robots. And at a central console, there is a tall Vulcan woman working on things at that console.
Is she wearing a Starfleet uniform?
She is wearing a blue Starfleet uniform with commander stripes on the sleeves.
Oh dear.
All right, then I will raise my voice and say, Commander Tala.
As she spins. Says, Captain, you have me at a disadvantage.
Hawk, USS Lexington.
I see. Welcome to Abyss Station,
Here.
Captain Hawk.
We're here to rescue you.
I appreciate that. That will be something that I would appreciate more in a couple days, Captain.
May I ask what you're doing here?
I am attempting to solve the Klingon problem.
The Klingon problem. Oh my god.
My.
She's trying to commit genocide.
Can you clarify?
Yes, it has become clear to me that the Klingon Empire is bent on destroying the Federation and either enslaving or killing all of the member worlds, and I am attempting to prevent that before they can launch their initial strike.
I see. And is it correct to presume that you are the one responsible for the rotation of the black hole?
I did cause it. It was unintentional.
Are you aware of what will happen because of that?
Yes, that is why I have offered my friends here shelter on the station, as well as offered to allow anyone who follows them to come up here. And then once the Klingons are dealt with, I was going to send a distress call to the Federation. I see that apparently my missed status updates was enough to prompt a rescue mission.
And not a moment too soon, it seems. I'm going to need you to step away from that console.
I'm afraid that that would be most illogical, Captain. If you could allow me to finish, I'm sure you could remove me later.
I raise my phaser towards her and look at the captain.
Same.
And
There's
then
no need for violence yet.
the two security robots turn to face Commander Shelby.
I've just raised the phaser. It's not. I haven't done anything with it.
And they've just turned to face you.
I lower the phaser.
They turn back.
Please
I-
continue,
I
Commander.
raise the phaser quickly and put it down.
They turn a little bit. They do a little jerk.
Right.
Shimmy, 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 shimmy.
We have a word for what you're planning on doing, Commander. It's called genocide.
That might be how you choose to describe it. I choose to use the Vulcan aphorism, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. Even if that few is a large number, the many, in this case, are the hundreds of member worlds of the Federation.
And what proof do you have that the Klingons will be successful or even plan on a genocide of the Federation?
Their success is not assured, I acknowledge that, but their plan to do so seems very obvious from their numerous skirmishes, attacks, the various unexplained incidences along the border, in some cases entire star systems being destroyed, and Starfleet doesn't want to seem to talk about that.
As she says about star systems being destroyed, I shuffle my feet and kind of look down a bit and catch someone's eyes.
I
you
remember
Sorry,
reading
go
in a
ahead.
history book that there was a time where the Andorians and the Vulcans fought each other, and now we are allies.
Yes, Commander, but let's be frank. Those were never attempts to entirely wipe out the other side. We were rivals in a divided galaxy. The worst that my people ever did was violate treaties by setting up listening posts. That's not exactly a campaign of extermination. Plus, this would not exterminate the Klingon people. They have many colonies. It would simply cripple... Yes.
You have concrete intel indicating such an attack?
Not as such.
I just look at the captain.
Your approach is illogical.
Illogical
If you
to
take
me.
the Klingons out in this method, you've simply taken out one enemy and replaced yourself as that enemy.
Plus, you think that just taking out Kronos is going to stop the Klingons from, attacking afterwards? You pointed out that there's many, many colonies that the Klingons have. We're not entirely sure exactly how many. It could spread way further than we think. And do you think that taking out their homeworld and, risking them retaliating with, nothing to lose is a good idea? That seems like a very illogical position to hold to me.
The homeworld is the seat of all their major houses and shipyards. They will at the very least be crippled for likely centuries, which will allow the Federation to gain a technological advantage over them.
So, the evidence you have that this is going to happen are the destruction of worlds at the edge of Federation space.
That is only
correct?
part of it. It is also numerous altercations between Federation citizens and Klingons, whether they be raiders officially disavowed by the Klingon High Council, or official Klingon Defense Force.
What if, hypothetically speaking, it wasn't the Klingons that blew up a star system?
That would be interesting to know. Why? Do you have such information?
I can tell you, Commander. Hold on. I cannot tell you any details because they're classified, but I can tell you, as a captain in the Federation, that Klingons were not responsible for those attacks. And I would like to point out that you are using this justification as part of your reason for committing a genocide. That justification is false. What other justifications might you have that you unwittingly know or do not know are false?
All right. Let's get a command and presence check in here.
All right. I am going to use my banked milestone from the last episode.
Nice.
And I'm going to, where I negotiated a trade agreement and stop them from shooting mini nukes at us.
Yes, I remember
And I'm
that.
going to draw on that experience of negotiating in a tense environment to inform my actions here. And if you agree that's successful, then I can use that bank milestone as if I'd spent a point of determination to start with a die with 2 successes.
Okay, yeah.
So you said command presence.
Yep.
Would a persuasion focus count?
Yes.
Okay, then in that case, I'm going to use my Star-Crossed medal. Before attempting a task and applying a focus, I can double the focus range. So I'll get my discipline is 5, so on a 10 or lower, it'll trigger the focus.
Is that a once per episode kind of deal?
Yes.
Nice.
Once per episode.
Wow.
That is really powerful. Okay.
Oh boy. Don't
okay.
fuck it up.
And then I'm going to give you a threat. What was it? Do I know the difficulty?
It is going to be an opposed roll, so she's going to get to roll.
All right, then I'm going to give you 2 threat to roll a 3rd die because I already have 1. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right, so that is 4.
But the system doesn't track the metal thing, so both those ones are also 2s.
Oh, jeez. So that's 6?
6.
All right.
The other 2 I already had 8.
He rolled a 1, a 2, and a 1.
All right, well...
Except I rolled a 10 and a 8 because of my doubled range. So I rolled a 2, and a 2, and already had 2, so it's 8.
Well, actually, that just means one of them would have already counted as 2, because one of your dice counts as having rolled a 2.
But I rolled 3 dice, but I spent the momentum. I spent 2 momentum to get the 4th die.
You didn't have a 4th die available to get.
Didn't Dapper say 4 when you spent a threat?
No.
I gave you 2. So normally buying the first die costs 1 momentum, the next one costs 2, right?
Right, but you only had 2. That using the determination that way lets you count one of your dice as already having rolled a 1. Or sorry, rolled a 1 to give you 2 successes.
No, determination gives you an additional dice that counts as a 2.
Are we sure about that?
Yeah, pretty
Look,
sure.
whatever. You got 3 momentum, 3 threat, and you succeed at convincing Commander
Would a
Tala.
7, would a 6 not be good enough, I think is what we're really discussing.
Yeah, you're fine. I'll double check the rule on determination. I'm pretty sure I'm right on that, but I could be wrong. Give me the page number if you know that I'm wrong about that later. Anyway, you successfully convince Commander Tala, and she says, all right, everybody, we should begin the evacuation of your planet. I will make sure that everything goes smoothly. And then all the people from the planet who are around nod. And she says, get to the hangar bay. I will be... The shuttle will take you back. I assume I am not going to be the one flying it.
You will not.
Sure. So I want to be clear before we continue with this course of action, Commander. Is there no way to reverse the what you've done to the black hole?
I can't reverse the damage to the black hole, or the change, I suppose. The black hole itself is fine. However, we could set the station to self-destruct before the chain reaction takes place, which I was modulating here, which would at least prevent the attack on Kronos. Wouldn't do anything for this planet.
Am I able to do anything to check the systems to see if in fact there is a way to just fix what's happened to the black hole?
You may.
Okay. How would I do that then?
There's going to be a control and engineering check. If you want to use reason, you can do that too. I don't care.
Yeah, I use reason and engineering. And I'll just do it too.
Okay, so that is 3 successes. I will give you a momentum there. So you could change the orientation of the black hole with the graviton pulses. However, doing so would take at least 4 days.
And how
long do we have?
Of like
Yeah.
2.5.
2.
Is there any way
Not
to
enough
increase that time frame, make it faster?
I mean, not without risking severe damage to the station, which would then halt any progress that you had made.
Any way to mitigate that risk?
Not really.
Right, okay. Right, Captain, there doesn't really seem to be a way to reverse what's happened to the black hole, but we definitely can stop it from attacking Kronos.
All right, make it so. And then I'll flip open the communicator to call back to the ship. And order Ensign Talk to contact Dr. Tregan and tell her that the evacuation of the planet needs to commence.
Hi, Captain. I will pass that along. Dr. Tregan,
Oh, good.
Ensign Talk.
One moment. Yeah.
Doctor, the captain has called and said that the evacuation should commence as soon as possible.
Perfect. Great timing. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Click.
So, it is now the another scene where we are going to try to fix the problem with the whole station about to blow up the Klingon homeworld. This is going to require a daring and engineering check of difficulty 3 to redirect the graviton subspace interference accelerators towards each other, so that they are no longer shooting out dangerous beams of subspace gravitons.
Well, I have 11, but I do have a focus in electroplasma power systems, which might help.
Not really, no.
Okay.
I have a
anyone,
13.
anyone beat a 13?
I have a 10 with a focus in computers and astrophysics and quantum mechanics.
Quantum mechanics would help.
I think
Yeah,
the
so I would have-
focus
Yeah.
probably beats the 1 extra skill.
Probably.
Do it.
So we could do, I'll let one person assist. So, Captain Hawk, do you want to assist on this one?
Sure.
Okay.
And we have 3
Daring
momentum.
engineering.
We do have 3 momentum?
Yeah. Spend it all.
I'll spin that for 2 extra die.
Okay.
I
just
feel this might
barely
be
avoided
important.
a complication.
I mean, you could even give them a threat to get an extra one if you want. No, never mind.
You have not managed to successfully reorient them.
Bollocks.
But you could use a difficulty 2 insight and security check to override the safety measures.
I've got 14 on that.
Do it.
All right. Are we out of momentum?
Yes.
Yeah, do you want to give a threat?
Yeah, take a threat.
Okay.
Just looking to see if there's I'm just looking at my values to see if there's something I can check. Oh, can't I also use a directive in the same way?
You can.
Yes.
So I am going to use the directive prevent loss of life as a result of the instability, and spend my determination to get that bonus die.
Okay.
So I'm giving you a threat, so I should be rolling. Am I rolling 3 die? Is that correct?
Yeah, if you give me a
rolling
threat, you can roll 3.
All right, rolling 3. So that's 2 plus the other 2 from the
We'll
determination.
count that as 4. So let's see, you gain a couple points of momentum. And you have overridden the security problems, so you can now retry the daring and engineering with difficulty of 2.
All right, take another threat. And actually, no, Lanford, you're supposed to lead this one because you're focused.
Plus, there's 2 momentum hanging around.
Yeah. So I'll
Yeah,
assist.
so we want to buy a couple more dice.
Yeah.
You use those 2 and give them a threat.
Okay.
And I succeeded on my assist.
All right, that is a success with 2 momentum left. So you have now redirected let me double check what I wrote down here. You have redirected the graviton subspace interface accelerators to face towards each other, creating a cascade of graviton pulses which will destroy the station in a very short amount of time. You might want to get out of here.
Time to go.
And yes, it was fun to come up with a name, Graviton Subspace Interface Accelerators.
I was just going to say, is Gordon Freeman here?
It's actually very impressive. That's not an easy thing to do.
Thank you. I definitely didn't spend way too long on that one line in my notes.
Yeah.
Saying it to yourself in the mirror.
All right, so
Let's
there are there are no checks you can get off the station, and on the planet.
Do we retrieve the bodies of the Starfleet people who died
I
on
mean,
the way out?
Did you confirm that the bodies you're bringing with you are actually the Starfleet people? No, you didn't.
They're dead.
Anyone
So
who is
it don't
obviously
matter.
You have
biological.
two people that may or may not legitimately be people right now.
I will tell you
Everyone
this:
who is
if you stop to pick them up, it may become hazardous.
Well, the ensign would want to because
He would want
how
to.
many bodies do we have?
You have, I believe. Let's see, 1, 2, at least 3 bodies that you would need to grab.
All right. I have
Right,
as
well,
a
rather
value.
than grabbing, could we possibly leave a communicator on the bodies and then instruct the ship to transport them?
It would be difficult because of the neutronium hull.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, but they're
Well, it's-
bodies,
okay.
so if we fail, we fail.
Yeah, plus I've got to focus on transporters and replicators.
So my value if the crew comes first would lead me to value my crew above these dead bodies. So I'm going to agree with Commander Shelby's suggestion because if the transporters fail, then we still don't have the bodies. No big deal. And order everyone to get to the shuttle.
Okay,
Okay.
fine.
All right.
Okay.
I am going to spend 3 threat to create the condition uneven gravity. I'm going to need everyone who is on the station to give me a difficulty 1 fitness and security check.
Fitness and security.
All right, Lambert's going to die.
Oh, fuck, shall we? Come on.
All right. Commander Chanos
Really?
stumbles. Ooh, is that everyone? I think so.
And Shelby also stumbled.
Oh, that's not good. Wait,
Yeah,
I'm
I
seeing...
twisted my ankle, I think.
Oh, yeah, you did. All right, so those 2 have stumbled and will probably need to be carried out.
All right. I'll grab Chanos.
All right.
Yeah, and since I'm not carrying a body, the ensign will pick up the other one.
I'm also going to be... Let's see. Shelby, you took... Let's see. 3 points of stress from slamming into the deck. And, let's see. Who else was it? Oh, Chanos. Alright. You take 4 points of stress from the same. Now, you should both be back up to full as a result of,
Yes.
not... of it being several scenes later.
Changes.
Yeah. Okay. So, I'm going to do it one more time and call for one more round of... let's see. There should be a 1 of fitness security checks. Okay.
Oh, come on, Shelby.
Come on.
He's a gymnast, man.
I'm going to spend momentum because my score on this is absolute trash.
All right.
Didn't help.
Oh, Hank, come on.
All right, so Shelby, you take 3 more points of stress. And, let's see. Lanford, you take 4 points of stress.
Can we just drag them out of here?
Well, fortunately, I don't have enough threat to keep doing it, so that was about it.
Okay.
You guys make it back to the shuttle. Let's get a difficulty 3 daring and con to quickly get out of here, but someone else has to fly the other shuttle. Who's that gonna be?
I will say that the ensign's daring is 10 and con is 2.
Not a
That's
bad
probably
option.
the best of who we have left.
All right, so Mr. Tua, you hop into the unmarked shuttle, and who's flying the Copernicus?
Captain Hawk, probably. I've
Are-
got a 14 with the helm operations focus.
Captain Hawk, give me that difficulty 3, daring and con.
All right, I'm gonna buy a die.
Okay.
Oof.
Not
Oof,
great.
indeed.
The shields go down as the shuttle slams into the outside hull of the station. I need the same roll from Ensign Tua.
Alright. Just gonna go in. There's a 1.
That is indeed a 1, so that shields also are going down. You do manage to clear the hangar bay, and I need difficulty 2 daring and con checks from both of you.
All right, how much momentum do we have now?
1.
1.
All right, we should both buy 1 and give a threat over.
Okay.
Okay.
There, that's better.
All right, that is
Much
a success and well, okay. You can use the shuttle to roll an assist on that one because we were forgetting to do
And
that.
this is the unknown shuttle. Does it have the same stats?
Same stats.
Okay.
It's been modified for better warp engines, but you're not using those, so who cares?
Fair enough.
All right.
My shuttle didn't help.
It never does.
Let's see.
Shuttles never help.
The shuttle takes 4 points of damage, which is almost enough for a breach, but not quite. So you managed to get out of there successfully. It could have been a disaster for the evacuees and for Ensign Tua, but he barely made it out because I rolled a bad damage roll. So, because oh yeah,
Saved by RNGesus.
basically yeah. Look, Ensign Tua was 1 point of hull damage away from having a really bad time.
I mean, I tried
Wow,
to running them over, but,
We get a brand new turtle and we almost lose him twice.
Sometimes you just
Yes.
have a really, really, really bad day.
He's an actual red shirt in Star Trek. He's literally there to show you guys what the stakes are, like killing him
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
So the ensign radios over to the captain telling him what happened. Like the damage.
Adapt and overcome, Ensign.
All right, so
Uses his shell to just sit there and block that suction from space.
yeah, he's actually just like sucked into
Plugs
it,
it.
just stuck there.
Yeah, it's not the worst option.
so you guys can manage to get back onto the ship.
Just your spine.
So the evacuation process takes a few days, but it actually goes fairly smoothly. During the
I'm
course,
amazing.
yes, during the course of that, while Captain Hawk is on the bridge, the communications officer says, "Captain, incoming transmission being routed through Starfleet HQ."
I'll take it in my ready room.
So you enter your ready room and click the little button on that weird 3-face TV kind of thing, because that's a thing that exists for some reason. And on the screen appears a Vulcan woman in a very fancy gown with her hair pulled tightly back with rather angular features. And she says, "Captain Hawk, my name is T'Pring.
Nice to meet you, T'Pring. What can I do for you?
I believe you have one of my wards aboard."
That would be Commander Tala.
That may be the name and identity that she has assumed. In fact, that is Tavon, who murdered Commander Tala after her escape from Ankeshtan Ktil.
Interesting. Well, we do have her, and she's currently in the brig.
I would request that she be transferred to my care once again. We will, of course, increase our security measures. She had not shown this amount of violence before, but now that we know that she is capable of it, she may in fact be one of our permanent wards.
I will need the proper authorization from Starfleet to transfer this criminal. You may not be aware,
Of course.
but she attempted a genocide while she was here.
I was not aware of that. Thank you for letting me know. And of course, I will be authorization. This transmission is in fact being routed through Starfleet headquarters. They do know about the situation.
Of course. Yeah, so we'll transfer her to your care as soon as we are done with our mission here.
Thank you very much, and please know that the Vulcan High Council considers this to be a matter of most importance. And they will be emphasizing our security measures and increasing security here, at least for our most dangerous patients.
Excellent. Captain Hawk out.
All right. So, the Lexington successfully manages to get all of the people from Chaktir on board. And it is not entirely up to you exactly where they end up, so you set course for a nearby starbase that can support that number of people while coordinating a prisoner transfer with the Vulcans. And
Starbase 80 is the closest one.
there you go. It's unfortunately going to have to be Starbase 80. It sucks, but what are you going to do? Alright, so that is it for the mission. Congratulations, everybody. You prevented the Klingons from having a semi-genocide against them.
And we didn't start a war with the Klingons.
Once again, you
And
didn't.
I didn't blow up any solar systems.
So far,
Yeah,
that's
no,
only happened in
yeah.
one episode and then off-screen once. So, you know,
Yeah.
you're like,
Now the Klingons can blow up Kronos
And
themselves.
we only violated the Prime Directive a little bit as a treat. So,
Yeah.
just
To be
Like the
fair to
bones.
us, it was done before we were.
so. Hey,
it was like that when we got here.
here is something. The next episode,
I swear it was already broken.
once we finish the next episode, we will be halfway through this campaign. So if
Woohoo.
Oh,
you
halfway.
So what that might mean is, hey, maybe start thinking about what you would like to play when we come back 100 years later. Is that a raised hand for a question, Dr. Tregan?
No, I'm just dancing.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, well, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you very much to everyone who super chatted or joined the channel. That is a brand new thing we have here. I believe I now have enough to add at least one more emoji. So I'm going to be adding a Vendorian emoji, so that way if you suspect that the current situation is a Vendorian morality test, you can indicate that suspicion with a Vendorian emoji.
Oh boy.
All right, goodbye, everyone. We will see you hopefully next week, assuming everyone can make it, or at least enough people.
Bye.